Hello, everyone, and welcome to Summer of Survivor. I'm your host, Shannon Guss. Here, kind of unintentionally, Rob was the host. He's gone. He went away. Mike was the host. He went away. You're here with the third seed, me, which is great for this because I thought I have the reins. What am I going to do? People thought maybe something with Taylor Swift, maybe something really nerdy, something with stats. No. Natalie, can I have your bracket? I've never done a bracket, and it is bracket season somewhere here on Summer of Survivor, and I'm so excited to get to our quotable one-liners bracket, rolls off the tongue, and I have such a great panel here today to discuss it. I'm sure it will not get heated, and I'm sure everyone will be incredibly nice to me the whole time. That's why I brought on my great friends first. Let's bring him in. Someone who is going to be on his best behavior, someone who is a host of too many shows to name right now, but it is the great Chappell. Chappell, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. First of all, I'm honored to be here as the replacement to Rob and Mike and, essentially your backup guest, because I know you asked like 4 people before you got to me, but I'm here on my best behavior. I have just a few clarifying questions about the rules. If we could just get into those a little bit later. Yeah. And so that'll be my role here. I just want to make sure that we're in compliance and that we really are taking our time to work this bracket out. I'm very excited. It's your first one.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to be taking our time. There's a lot of options. We're going to be here for probably far too long. I have somewhere to be, but it's fine. We'll just sit here doing this bracket, and I have someone else who's going to hopefully be the mediator between me and Chappell. I don't know why I decided to do that. I can kind of see already how that's going to go, but he also is a host of too many things to name here. So that's how I get through the time. It's a great Pooya. Pooya, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here. I am indeed in the middle, as you can see on your screens. I'm in the middle to make sure everything goes fine. If I end up leaning with one over the other, I'll just shift in my seat and be under that person, so you'll know where I stand.
Yeah, that's good. That'll be clear for the audio listeners. It's already off to a great start. So we're here for the Can I Have Your Bracket, one-liners bracket. And I'd never done a bracket, as I said. I'm super excited to do a bracket. But quotable one-liners, people came out for this. We got almost 300 responses of what people quote. And that makes me really stressed out because I know people will be angry, like really angry when theirs isn't on the bracket. So what are the questions, Chappell, that you have about this?
Wait,
this is an enterprise.
Before we proceed there, shout out to the people that gave all their suggestions.
Yes.
But I want it on the record. Shannon made the final cuts.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, this was all 100%. Pooya and I, first of all, we're just now seeing the bracket with y'all. We don't know what this bracket is. We have no clue. We had no input. We're just here to see. And I honestly, we're here to advocate for you all, the listeners, because Shannon has her biases, and we just want to make sure that it's on the level. So just throwing that out there.
So it's been 3 minutes. We barely got through the introductions. That's actually not true. What is true, and I will say this for a fact, and I could screenshot the group chat. What happened was I gave them the bracket. They gave me suggestions. I just ignored what they said. But I did give them the opportunity.
Same concept.
To be fair, I didn't open the message till last night. So I know.
Why weren't you reading the messages?
I was an active participant, but I did get shot down. But here I will fight to the death for some of your choices. And so we're going to make sure that you all's voices are heard in this bracket, even though Shannon is at the helm of it. So people will I'm very excited to. No, listen, no, they won't. You're very far away from majority of our listeners.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, you have the distance to be able to move freely, and I just have some energy to argue today. So let's do it.
That's good. That's why I live in Australia, so that I can give these hot one-liner takes without feeling, afraid for my safety. We do still have some possibly violent Australian listeners, so look, it is scary. To mitigate that, what I did was I have like 25 honorable mentions. I'm like, I just want to put it out there, so then we can do this is what So structure clarification. We don't do this before the podcast. Here's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll go through the list of 32 briefly. Then, which you've all seen, the two of you have seen, not the audience. Then we're going to go through the honorable mentions and see if we want to change out just a couple. If anything really grabs us or anything's really not working on the bracket. Sam's going to be able to change that out. Then we'll do the bracket. It's fun to say bracket. Does that work for everyone? Or is there more?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have somewhere to be today, or you got a little time?
I really do. Yeah. But it's fine.
I mean, how much time do we have? Because like I said, at first glance, I have to quibble with a few things, Shannon.
Well, that's good. Let's spend all day
Yeah.
arguing about it. But in terms of rules, here's how I see it, right?
Mhm.
I think one-liners. And I did say iconic, quotable one-liners, but I think the key word for me is quotable. I need to hear how you quote this thing. We need to work out what is the situation where one might say this in day-to-day life. Like something can be iconic, but not something that you would reasonably quote every day. Thoughts?
Right. No, I agree. I think a lot of these Survivor one-liners are very specific to Survivor, and then a lot of them you are able to use in other situations. I know some of our favorites are really not even one-liners; they're paragraphs of just rants from some players. And although they're fun to say, in Survivor context, some of them I find it hard to believe anybody's getting all the way through some of these quotes, in the way that they're written. Maybe an abbreviated version, maybe that, but yeah, I agree. I think that we have to come up with a uniform situation of saying, okay, is this eligible or not? So yeah, I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, thank you. Pooya, thoughts on the rules?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it being more quotable. So I will say I have gone and pulled all the audio. So I've listened to a lot of these, and some of them I feel like, I was like, it doesn't hit the way I remember. I feel like some of these quotes have kind of Mandela affected into being more iconic than the way they sounded listening back.
Wow.
Oh yeah, big agree. To Pooya's point, I think there's a difference as well between a Survivor quote that we all know because of Survivor and a quote that we've all picked up off of TEOS or some other like random ass Survivor podcasting that we've all listened to in the years. We've listened to Rob and Josh and Shannon, and many of us give our commentary and really latch on to some of these clips that maybe in the grand scheme of Survivor don't really matter that much, but now that we've talked about them and made them part of our own community ethos, I think it's really hard to separate that from an actual Survivor quote, because some things just, it's fun when we say them, but I don't think every Survivor fan necessarily gets that same energy from all these quotes.
Right.
2 points on that. But yeah, I agree. I thought I'm gonna put in, are you a fan of the Emoji Movie? Because I feel like I say that anytime I ask if someone's a fan, I do it in my white voice, and I'm like, wait, that wasn't even on the show. But we could probably do a separate podcast bracket. But I think that if it's just in our little niche community, that might be even better. Like if we've added to the lore and we have this like kind of shared psychosis around a quote, I might like that even more, because it's like it represents like all of us,
That's
so
true. That's true.
Yeah,
I'm ready to argue against that whenever I get the chance.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So should we get to the list?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
I'm just gonna quickly read out the list, and then I'm gonna get top level takes on what you think could go, and then we'll get to the honorable mentions and go through them one by one. Okay.
Let's do it.
So in an order that is vague, like I try to seed it and I found it really hard, so I just kind of move things around to like kind of vaguely at the top, middly, and very tough to seed this stuff. Really no criteria at all. So I have I Don't Know About That, Sandra. Lord, I Mean Jeff, Russell Swan. So Much for My Dreams from Rupert. I'm Like a Storyteller, It's What I Do, which is from Penna. Stick to the Plan from Keith. It's Just an Effing Stick from Eliza. I Can Get Loud Too, What the F from Sandra. Top 5 Baby from Tony. Sneaky Sneaky Kelly Wentworth. This Is Huge, I Needed This. Thoughts on that 10 before we move on?
Sneaky Sneaky is more of a podcast soundbite for me than a quotable one-liner for me.
Fair. Also more of a GIF, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe more of a GIF. No, that's a good point. I mean, even the and no disrespect to Penner, but I'm a storyteller. It's what I do. I know that because of how many times it was on Rob Set on Board,
because
right?
of the fan fiction segment.
Yeah. If I thought about it, just like of all the Penner things that he said on Survivor that stuck out to me, that's probably not the one that does.
Well,
but because of RHAP, it definitely does.
The thing is, that sticks for me more than Top 5 Baby. I feel like Top 5 Baby is very mid baby. I don't think it is worth the top 32 spot.
Ooh. I can lose Sneaky Sneaky to defend. Firstly, Top 5 Baby. Have you ever said Top 5 since Survivor Cagayan and not added Baby after it?
And not said Baby. No, we do be saying
that's the kind of thing that I think about. That's the kind of thing we'll talk about, like Lord, I Mean Jeff. I don't say the word Lord without saying I mean Jeff.
That one I agree with, but I don't quite say top 5 because I'm usually top 3 or top 2 or top 1, so I don't really use.
He
top
do be
5.
winning. He do be winning them games.
I'm not even top 5 in the 6-person Survivor draft. So
you definitely,
baby.
I think you might be number 7 in that draft.
I know.
We don't have to get into the math.
Oh,
yeah,
7, baby.
But I think top 5 baby is actually a quote that was said multiple times in the show. You know, it's definitely like it's the Tony quote, but then it was also the retelling of the Tony quote, right? Trish was like top 5 baby, you know, like she was.
You're
really,
right. It did add to that storyline
in the show, right? Exactly. Whereas like sneaky, it was a cool moment and it was a gif, but I think that the soundboard is more where we really give sneaky. But I argue that if Kelly Wentworth if you had to give one moment synonymous with Kelly Wentworth, that's in the top, like that's like up there. You know, like that's one of her defining moments is sneaky. So I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
It represents her character a lot. I'm also surprised you say GIF over GIF.
GIF.
I don't.
It's Chappell. Let him say what he wants to say. I'm okay with it.
I say GIF because the creator of GIF said it was pronounced GIF.
Just because someone creates a thing doesn't mean they know what's better.
Thank you, Pooya.
I think if they create it, if they call it what they want to be called, I've kind of
really. Elon Musk wants to call it X. Are you calling it X?
I don't know. See, that's the thing.
He
didn't create it. He bought it. He bought it. He didn't. No, wait. Pause. He bought it. He didn't create it. That's the thing. That's what y'all are trying to do. Y'all are the Elon Musks here, trying to come in and be like, oh, it's GIF now. Nah, it was GIF. His mama called it GIF, so I'm gonna call it GIF.
Moving on from you calling us Elon Musk, we'll just pretend that you didn't take it that far. I still want to defend, I'm like a storyteller, it's what I do. Is it RHAP specific? Yes. But when Eden put it in his pre-game press, I knew he was an RHAP fan. It's a calling card to each other that is it is community specific, but it's like, it anchors our community in such an important way. And it's a great quote. And is it broad Survivor? It's not, but I really want to fight for it.
I would keep that one. I would keep that one for sure.
Okay, we're looking at sneaky to possibly get rid of it.
What if we flip this right now? We're in control of this, and this is an RHAP podcast. What if we made it specific RHAP quotes? What if that's what we're looking for?
Whole different thing. I don't think so. That's
Shannon will cancel the pod and restructure.
That's not how I've structured the bracket. Yeah. I think it's a Survivor bracket, but we are an RHAP podcast. We're in this community. I do think it can have an RHAP bias in the Survivor. So maybe
I'm sure in some of the matchups, something could end up getting the scales could be tipped off because of that for sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like if we're going to do that, we got to do it across the board. Okay. You can't just pick and choose when the RHAP bias is going to be able to make a way for these things to move through the bracket. So I will be fighting against that tooth and nail throughout the podcast.
I have a question for Shannon here. Shannon, you mentioned 25 honorable mentions in the document you sent us. I'm seeing 13. Am I missing 12?
Oh, yeah,
maybe not 12, but I added a few after I sent it to you.
See, again, we were not involved in the selection.
You wasn't even reading the messages, so I just thought it wasn't necessary. I said you'll hear it on the podcast. Okay.
Wow. Not the point.
There was too many. I was adding until this morning. I can't sleep at night. Okay. I don't want people to be unhappy, and there's so many good options.
We're gonna have a good time. So happy.
There can only be one winner. Yeah. There can only be one winner. We'll all win together.
Maybe we should take a bet on what we think it'll be. No, that's
I'm just
because then I'm part of the panel. It'd be
right. Really put off on the scale.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So where are we at? We've got this is huge. I needed this. We stopped at 10, and then we're doing really well. Okay. I've got you have made my life hell from day one. Forget you go home goodbye. As one whole quote from Crystal. I think that you can do parts of it, but I have put the whole quote in. While we're all here, can I have your jacket from Angelina? I don't even like the Boston Red Sox from Russell. And then, ironically, I'm against you, Russell, from Sandra. She died, dude, from Thunder D. Only non-Survivor person on this list, which is great, I think. Big mistake. New one from Q. Last time I was mean. This time I'm meaner. You know I'll lie. I don't care, but I'll make up a good lie. Also could take parts of that from Sandra, but all very good. I will always wave my finger in your face from Alicia. I don't need to be carried, bro. Michelle Fitzgerald. And damn it, Reed from Colby. Thoughts on the next 10?
I have to put my foot down on Thunder D. He's not a Survivor player. He does not count. There are so many Survivor players who've given us way more than Thunder D saying he died, dude. I'm sorry. I cannot sign off on that. When you listen to the honorable mentions and we're going to find out who's getting left off so Thunder D can say she died, dude, it just feels like it's disrespectful to the asylum where I was raised. That's all I'm saying.
And for me, to go a little, because again, I'm on the audio side of things because I had to listen to these to pull the clips. "She died, dude" doesn't even sound good for the audio. Like I left it on the cutting room floor because it didn't pull well because it's kind of like a "she died, dude." It's like a whispery. It doesn't really hit, It doesn't have that like.
I'm gonna fight to the death for "she died, dude." I think that it was subtitled maybe because it sounded bad. It's iconic that it's Thunder D. Like, it's funny that Thunder D is on the list. It's part of one of the most iconic moments in Survivor history, and it's definitely endlessly quotable. I mean, telling someone that someone died in "she died, dude," that's gonna add some levity to that situation.
What was the last one you
Nobody
mentioned?
wants to find out somebody died like that, Shannon. Nobody. Literally nobody wants to find. But that was fake. And so literally nobody wants to know that somebody died by you saying "she died, dude." There's not one time.
It's a very funny way to deliver
it
what
was
should
so
be
funny.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's
like
who
that.
would laugh. It's the fact that Thunder D forgot to do the bit and then like Fairplay had to be like prompting him like Taylor did when Travis wasn't putting on her makeup recently at the Eras tour. The Swiftie knows what I mean. Yeah. So, but we did have people were saying instead of "she died, dude," we should have "my grandma's at home watching Jerry Springer right now," which is on the honorable mention list. I chose "she died, dude."
I think that's better. "She died, dude" is better. It's better. Yeah.
I think it should be on the bubble.
It's on the bubble.
I think it should be. Okay. I think that if we have an honorable mention that can go into a spot, I think that one needs to be.
We're going to debate these. I think that's fine. What was Shannon? The last one you mentioned.
Damn it, Reed. Damn it, Reed, big RHAP one from Colby. So quotable though. Like, damn it, Reed. Like, and it feels good to say.
It's not even damn it, Reed. It's okay. I'll play it. You know what? Where is it?
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Play the clip. Play the clip.
It's not even that. There.
Come on, Reed. Damn it.
It's "come on, Reed, damn it." It's not even.
I don't even be saying it right.
Mandela effect is a part of one line of quotes. Like, is that not such a big part of who we are as human beings?
Nope. This one's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. Because at best, because that proves that it's just a RHAP inside joke. Because if it was actually the quote, then you would have known the quote.
I'm gonna niche it up. There's a Friends quote where Joey gets the twin who's not his twin, and he keeps blaming the twin for not being
the hand twin or the other one?
The normal twin, not the hand twin, but yeah. And he's like, "Damn it, Carl." So that's how I think about "Damn it, Reed," but I think I'm thinking about "Damn it, Carl."
Mm-hmm.
Great Friends quote though, like endlessly funny.
I mean, they won't make the top 32 of Friends quotes either, Shannon. To be
right.
We should do that.
It won't even make the top 32 of Colby quotes. Colby is a quote machine, and that's what we have represented. Colby.
No, we have we have quite a few things on Colby. All right. It's on the bubble. All right, so we've got that's on the bubble, and then sneaky, and then "she died, dude." I really don't want to part with. All right.
I mean, hell, honestly, none of these might even leave, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll decide who does what. 21. Basically,
I have something in mind that I haven't heard yet, and I will be putting my foot down when it's time.
Why didn't you do it in the chat when I asked?
I did. You ignored me. I literally did.
I am so happy I don't have anything else going on after this tonight because this gonna be a minute tonight.
I don't know where Shannon thinks she's going. Cut it out. Stop it.
Anyway, it's fine.
Call in sick.
It's all good. Yeah, I'll call in sick from this live podcast.
From a live YouTube.
I have to make a coffee in the middle of this.
All right.
Sick. Yeah.
It's not my fault. I think we can all agree it's been Chappell.
Mm-hmm.
21. Basically, I'm a badass. Drew Christie. 22. As long as it ain't me from Sandra. More of a mantra, I feel, than a quote, but I thought I put it in. 23. Don't wear feathers in your hair at Tribal. Don't tell your stories. Woo! People don't believe your stories. They mock you. Do your tai chi in private.
They mock you. They do. That's a quote, man.
It is. 24. Queen saves Queen. 25. I mean my ass from Penna. 26. My mother always told me you may not be able to beat him with these all the time, but you can always beat him with this. Suri. 27. You F with me, you're dead. By Anne Maria. 28. Wentworth does not count. The only Jefferson, which I'll talk about in a bit. 29. It's getting the best of me from Boston Rob. 30. What the hell, guys, from Kelly. 31. That is not an advantage from Devin Pinto. And 32. Hold up, bro, from Malcolm. Last 12 thoughts.
Big Malcolm guy, obviously. I'm a big Malcolm guy. He does say it. I went to pull the clip. It can go. There's better quotes. As a big Malcolm guy, it can go. Because it's like, hold up, bro. And then he proceeds to be like, use the idol on me. They were clearly talking about me. Like, it don't hit like that.
I don't know. Hold up, bro is kind of synonymous with Malcolm. It really
You're the one who said in the chat it should go.
Well, it should. But I do think that it's synonymous with Malcolm. Like, if you had to name 2 Malcolm quotes, that's not number one.
What would you do?
It's definitely number one.
When
That's
he
definitely-
says,
Oh, yeah, that is number one,
excuse me at the
Yeah.
auction to not drinking
No.
alcohol, that's the most memorable one.
I don't agree.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
agree. It
no,
is hold up, bro.
no.
It is hold up.
Yeah, it's
Hold up,
bro.
bro, don't hit. I know it is, but it don't hit for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have it last for a reason in my incredibly vague
Yeah.
seating. Okay, yeah. So in terms
also,
of, yeah, tell me,
hold
Shannon.
on.
Yeah. Tell me.
I know you're not gonna like this.
I'm definitely not.
You're not gonna like this. No. Coach's feathers in his hair. It's not. This is one of my. We've talked about this.
Chucky
This is
the
one of my
Cheese
favorite.
jokes.
This is one of my favorite quotes of all time. I love this moment in Survivor. It's my favorite season of Survivor. Like, it's the best season of Survivor. It's one of the best moments in the entire game.
Yeah.
But it's not a one-liner. It's not a one-liner. This is
It
a rant
was the
from Tyson.
longest one of the bunch for sure.
This is not
It
a
is-
one-liner. The only
it
people who
is-
say it outside of Survivor are me and you, Shannon. And your
No.
brother.
Yeah, thank you for
Also,
knowing.
anytime we talk about anything heroes versus villains, I have a timer set and I will
How
buzz
dare
you
you?
both to stop
Get the
talking
hell
about
out
it.
of here.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
That's not
The-
fair.
As Chappell's saying, I put the whole Tyson quote in my brother's birthday card for like 5 years in a row. And it is great advice for life. And
It
I think it
is.
is something you can use in day-to-day life. The
So it's one of
They
those
mock you.
ones, though. For me, it's one of those ones where obviously quotable, but you know that trend of like the TikToks where the audio's in the background and the person's lip syncing the entire thing. It's kind of in that camp where it's a very specific quotable.
Like a
Like
monologue.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love heroes versus villains. I couldn't have done this quote to perfection. I would have gotten half of it right and half of it wrong.
I think I could have done it, but
Yeah.
I understand it is difficult. I think that if people want to go out and learn it, it is helpful in everyday life.
It's so
like,
good. It really
exactly, like
is.
it-
They do
oh,
mock you.
yeah, it's graduation. Do you have any advice for me for life? 100, and you would give that quote. Don't wear
Right,
feathers in your
yeah.
hair, tribal. Perfect advice for life. No one.
It is.
It's true. Yeah. Chappelle and I
It
are on
hasn't
the
worked
same
out for
page.
anybody yet. Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's quotable, and I don't think it's a one-liner.
Oh my god. Well, I don't want to. Okay, I hear you. And there's a lot on the bubble, so I
You
guess
could
the
you
list I
can
said
bubble it
wasn't
for
great.
now. We'll
Yeah,
be
okay.
quick with the bubbles once we get there.
All right. Well, I could take out. Okay, so the Jeffism, I said Wentworth does not count. It's the only Jeff one-liner I have here. I obviously could have had like Dig Woman and stuff, but I felt that the Jeff quotes is kind of a different thing. We could almost do our own Jeff bracket, but this because it's about Wentworth, I felt was just a little different. But if it's too different from the field, we could technically lose it. I think if you say something does not count, you would put Wentworth before it. So from a quotability perspective, I think it's
I
important.
feel like the evolution of this, Shannon, in the future is you can definitely get a Jeff Probst bracket going.
Yeah.
But this being the only Jeff quote here, I'm very okay with it. I think this is a very iconic moment. Spoiler alert, the clip I pulled is all of the Wentworth
Yes!
will not counts, not just
Every
the one.
time.
All of them. It's like a 40-second clip and it's 40 seconds of glory. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
will
does
not
speak
count,
well
yeah.
for it. What about
Yeah,
what the
Wentworth
hell,
will
guys?
not
From
count.
Kelly? Are we married to that?
That's hers. That's hers. You got to give it to her. I'm sorry. I had to fight for Kelly on this one. She made like to go out the way she went and still have that moment. It will be synonymous with Kelly. It's going to be like
100% hers. 100%. I did see someone mention something in the chat, which I'm curious what y'all think about the retention time. Like, how many
agree.
years
It's too
does
new.
it stand the test of time? Because it's been a year.
Exactly.
You know, I think that's
Exactly.
my only question about it.
I agree.
That's a fair point because honestly, I love Kelly. Loved watching Kelly play. Loved that moment. It's an awful moment, honestly. But we just saw like I think they just did a oral history of that moment
Yes.
as well. You know, so it's
Yeah,
such
but that
an
was kind
iconic
of a
moment in
crazy
Survivor.
take, honestly. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
but like that was
well,
kind of. I thought that was
yeah.
kind of crazy that moment was already being. We were already going back
The
to that
best.
moment compared
Yeah.
to like.
And
yeah, I don't really.
And they were
feel-
saying it was the
I don't feel
best
like that
episode of the new era.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
I
get
was-
on Dalton, although
It's
I
a
know-
wild one for me because that was the episode that I got to go watch the special screening for, where I got this
Yeah.
lovely buff
Mhm.
at, which is
Yeah.
wild when you think about it. It's also the only time we've had the auction in the new era, so very
Yeah.
top tier episode for sure.
That to me is not
Yeah.
the top tier episode of that merge, let alone of that season, let alone of the
I
new
agree.
era. But
And yeah, to your point, I think Hobags kind of gets this one out the paint.
Is that
Like,
the
I don't think you
evolution of what
say-
the hell,
Yeah, I
guys?
don't think you say this anymore after the Hobags. I think Hobags
Okay.
comes in because of the retention thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Pokemon
feel like if you give it a year, it didn't even last a year before we were like, are you sure we shouldn't freak this to add the Hobags part? Like, it's already being like retconned at this point to be something
Yeah.
different. So
I think we have either this or what the heck you Hobags. We probably replace this with what the heck you hoe bags. In fact,
Yeah,
Sam,
we do.
you can replace it actually. Let's say that.
Team
Little
hoe bags. Yeah.
What the
Oh, I'm
heck?
sorry, Kelly.
And
It was you had a good run.
and if you be quiet for 2 seconds, you can hear somewhere out there Kelly say, "What the hell, guys?" as she closes this stream and stops listening.
Well,
If she
shouldn't
was
be
real,
taking
she would have said, "What the hell, you hoe bags?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
You
that's
should
what we're
say.
taking it. So
Yeah.
okay, so we've already lost one. And then what else? That is not an advantage. I do feel like we say that often. Definitely in the context of New Era Survivor.
It works for us
This
because
is
we do
not an
commentary about the
advantage.
show. Yeah, and so we see a lot of advantages that don't really be advantages. So for us specifically, it does work.
Yeah. What about I mean my ass? I never
My
say that, but we got
I like
suggested
it.
so
I
many
like it,
times.
but I could very easily be okay with you moving because it's so funny. Just listen to this. Listen to this.
I mean, my ass.
It is good.
My
It's
ass.
good. Yeah, see that it speaks for itself. It's good. All right.
can
Now
stay.
that I've heard it, I understand. I don't say it, but I do understand it. And then as long as it ain't me, as I said, more of like a concept than a quote, but still a quote.
It's still a quote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a lot of
it's still a
Sandra
quote.
here.
We have a
Sandra,
lot of Sandra, but for good reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
quote machine. I said we
But
could have
also,
pretty
if
much done a
there's-
Sandra draft.
Yeah, if there's somebody that can lose one to make room for another one that we really want, I think it's okay to do that with one. Of the Sandra
I
one.
don't. Sandra, she has so many great one-liners, and it's the way that she says it as well that's so iconic. Like you can't not hear
Mhm.
it in her voice that she's just clearly queen. Whatever happened, she's queen of the quotable one-liners. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the bracket. We've got a lot on the bubble. The bracket has been poorly made, clearly. Now we're gonna go through
Made it.
and we're gonna say yes or no to the honorable mentions, and then if they make it, then they will replace some that are on the bubble.
Okay.
Okay.
I have I can't even count. It's about 20. Let's go.
Okay.
I ain't no Hershey bar from Colby. Yes, no.
How is that not Kobe's calling card? You know, like that's better than his Texas line, and I love his
Good.
Texas line.
You want to replace Damn It Reed with I ain't no Hershey bar?
Damn it, Reed ain't just it don't slap.
Okay. I'm
I'm
happy to
fine
do
with that. I
Okay,
co-sign.
Sam, replace Damn It Reed and replace What the Hell You Guys with what we've said. I hope Sam's listening and doing the things that we tell
I
him
think
to
he
do.
is. I think he is.
I've got Bro I Know from Michelle, but I felt like I Don't Need to Be Carried Bro was a bigger Michelle.
I like that one better.
Yeah.
I Don't Need to Be
I
Carried
Don't
Bro
Need
is
to Be
better.
Carried Bro often.
Yeah, that's the one.
Sam's telling us to hurry up. That's all he's
Okay.
saying. And he also
We're
said
fine. We're vibing. It's
What,
cool.
what he
So,
gonna
yeah.
do?
I don't need to be carried, bro. I use often, like if I pick up my cats and I hear them say, I don't need to be carried, bro. I'm like, yeah, you do. You're not going to eat your food, cat.
Mm,
I gotta feed the cats. Damn.
Yeah.
I do like
Well, you're
I
not
do
going to
like Bro I Know though. I feel like Bro I Know is so multi-purpose though. Like you could just say that to in any given situation. Like Bro I Know, duh,
You
bro.
like it
I
better
know.
than I don't need to be carried, bro?
I don't, but I just think it's a good
They're both
quote.
good. They are both good.
Yeah.
F you, Brad Culpepper from Marissa. I can't put this in because last week I got a Jeopardy question wrong about who the quote could be attributed to.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Yeah.
think you can use it though. Like if you're swearing at someone, like when Chappell's mean to me, I could be like, F you, Brad Culpepper. But I would
Right.
say that.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you would remember that it was not Candace Cody, and then you wouldn't embarrass yourself on live on
Yeah.
YouTube.
But I already did multiple
Yeah,
times.
so maybe
that
in the
doesn't
future.
phase me. That doesn't.
I can skip this.
No one wants
I've
to
watched that
fight me.
podcast like 8 times. It's
Yeah,
good. So
you're
good.
so mean live tweeting it, by the way, in mean ways.
It was so entertaining. You're such a good podcaster. You're so fun to watch.
Don't do that. Don't bizarre me. Stop making the block hot. The chat loves this one from Tiffany. Can we have 3 from Survivor 46? It
it's-
happened months ago.
What happened about the retention though? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like because they just got here. Now don't get me wrong. I will be trying to force like stop making the block hot. I'm going to try to keep that one alive. as
You'll
long as
make it
possible.
retain. You'll make it retain. for
Yeah,
years to
like
come.
Exactly.
yeah, like there's a rumor. There's a reason why rumored billionaire Liz Wilcox was still rumored billionaire Liz Wilcox by the end of the season because I never let it go. Shout out to Gia for starting that one. But you know, like if we push these things, they can have a life of their own. Because I'm personally, if we got to pick one from this most recent season, I'll take that over Big Mistake. And I know that's probably controversial.
No. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, to talk about making the
again,
block hot
I
take.
said personally, I'm not gonna try to fight for it, but I feel like the other one is better for me.
Pooya. Step in on the madness of that. Stop making the block hot over Big Mistake. Big Mistake has retention. That I can tell you now.
It does have retention. I'll give you that. It does have retention. I think it's going to be a big part. Like, I think literally anytime anyone fumbles on Survivor, I can already hear at least 4 different podcasters using it on those recaps the following week.
Yeah.
But I am someone, and I'm keeping Big Mistake. Let me just say that first. And I hope Stop Making the Block Hot retains, because I do think it'll have some longevity in the future. But I also hate how overused Big Mistake has been.
It's being forced down our throats. Talk about it, Pooya.
It's too much.
Too much.
It's been used a little too much.
Right amount.
But that's just a personal feeling.
But what about I'm pissed? You know, like if we're doing 46, how is that not the one? You know, so I'm just saying if there has to be a gestation period for these.
It's because Debbie also has an I'm pissed, and I feel like if you ask 100 people, you're gonna get a decent amount of Debbies too. So it doesn't.
And some Sandy Bergens. How dare you forget Queen?
But then you're not attributing it to anyone. If it can be attributed to multiple people, it's just a thing people say. It's not a quote.
It's the delivery though. I'm pissed. That's the
Liz have the same delivery. Okay,
they do not.
I'm making the block hot is out. Big Mistake will stand the test of time, and it is not overused. It's not even the most overused quote of that season, which is several. So it's not.
That's a word. That's not even.
That wasn't a quote. Yeah, it wasn't.
But it's still overused. But it's still incredibly right.
Yeah, sure.
We'll agree on that. All right. Okay. So what the heck, you hoe bags you've already put on? Why does he need the machete so sharp? We'd want to use in everyday life. Scary to use in everyday life. Where would we use it?
No, we're fine.
No.
What's the situation? Because I thought we could maybe make up the situation, but you're right. Let's keep moving. Wendell's put the mic down.
This has to be on for me.
It's
has
too
to be on
long though, Pooya. It's literally
we can just do
paragraph.
Literally just the put the mic down, bro. Put the pen down, bro. Is good enough for me. I love the entire thing, but you're talking quotable. Anytime someone's being outrageous, you can just say that. It works.
Put the mic down. Just that one. Put the mic down. It's not the whole
pen
fair.
down, bro. Use an eraser.
It's just too long.
But
like, I get what you're saying.
Put the mic down.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the quote works though, just like that. And I hear you, Pooya. I think you're making a good point.
It is good. It is like
I feel like you've used "put the mic down, bro" on me before.
But that's because I said that before Wendell. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying that shit my whole life because sometimes people just need to put the mic down.
It's very relevant to us.
Yeah, it works for us a lot. But I do think it
does. I could use it more. I think I could use it more against you guys.
I think my only hang up is that so when I think about the moment, I think of Wendell's whole moment, Pooya. And so like to kind of like to get it down to that one liner, it does kind of bother me. But I don't disagree with you that this is like an amazing quote. It is. Wendell won Survivor, and he's more known for this quote than he is for winning.
Okay, put on take out hold up, bro, Sam, and put the mic down. Yeah.
Yes, get out of here.
With this.
Losing a lot of bubbles. I like what you said about broccoli from Xander.
Yeah,
it's fun, but we're not really using it a lot.
Right? Who talks about 41 anyway? No disrespect.
Do you want me to talk llama to you, which I misspelled on honorable mentions, but we have a lot of Tony.
Yeah, and you need the llama noises. That's
more
so
the
the
llama
quote.
Noises.
Yeah,
that's not.
If we one day do a bracket of weird Survivor noises, we could probably.
That would hit.
Yeah,
Survivor
that would
sounds. Yeah.
Obsessed with the sequels. All right. That's done. Jacqueline, did you vote for who I told you to vote for? We got this a lot. It is iconic. Is it quotable? How would you use it day-to-day life? Convince me.
What's the quote?
Jacqueline, did you vote for who I told you to vote for?
Okay, so here's the problem. That quote goes, it slaps. It just does.
It does.
That is Natalie Anderson in a nutshell. Like if you say that, if you're a real Survivor fan, you know exactly what the hell I mean. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's applicable in real life.
Yeah.
It's literally a Survivor quote. Like it is a quote about Survivor. You know who said it.
It's not a one-liner.
Yeah. I guess it is kind of
quotable. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we did the defining moments. We didn't get to San Juan del Sur. That's my defining moment. Just that quote of San Juan del Sur. But is it quotable? Have I ever quoted it in my lifetime? Even though I love the quote, I have not. So that's why I would move on from it. Even though we did get it
such
a lot.
It's such a good.
It's
That's such a good moment.
Yeah.
It's because that's Natalie Anderson's. Like that's like her magnum opus. Like that's the moment where you're like, she's a baller. She's
that's
different.
Literally her Arya Stark moment that season.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
I'm rarely asking people if they voted for who I told them to vote for. you know?
Yeah,
It
we don't
happens-
use it in
Yeah,
shorthand.
it happens on the Goose Goose Duck streams every now and then, but that's a very niche place for it to come on. That's not
Those
the
are
only
guys, we're getting
place.
even more. We can do the
Well-
goose goose duck quotes. In
Oh,
the
you
next
don't
But
want
that's
those.
like
There's
a
lot of
shorthand though that like a real Survivor fan knows. You know what the hell I just said to you.
cussing. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
up there, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ooh,
Let's
man.
move on for now, and let's see
Okay.
how we
Yeah.
feel in a little bit. Because Sam, I love ignoring Sam. Actually, it's my favorite part of doing these podcasts.
My favorite thing about being here.
Yeah, I think it would be downright depressing to sit and watch green bananas turn yellow without my debaucherous little villains. Obviously, heroes versus villains. The moment, one of the moments of Survivor history, playing the two idols
Justice.
at the merge. Yeah. what do
Yeah.
you think?
I don't think it goes on the bracket. I love this moment. We've talked about it, but I think that even the quote and the title of the episode are the least memorable things about that specific episode of Heroes versus Villains, and it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you try to narrow this moment down to a quote about bananas when when it just went off the rails? Like, the shit just hit the fan, y'all, and we talk about some damn bananas. Like, no, I'm sorry, this ain't it. This ain't the one. I love it though. I do.
Yeah, I do always think it's kind of random how much that moment is about bananas, because it isn't something you like instinctively remember about that moment. It's about so many other things, and then it becomes about the bananas, and that feels really specific to the situation for a like more historic kind of moment. All right, sorry, Pav, we're moving on.
Oh, and Shannon, I want to give a shout out to Patty, because Patty has pointed out that Q didn't come up with big mistake, that was from Pretty Woman. Q just kind of like is like trying to like make it his own. But I do want to give a shout out to Patty, because Patty always showing love. Shout outs.
All right, well, I decide who comes on to the show from the chat, but
Okay, cool.
It's been duly noted. Okay, well, speaking of Q, you can cancel Christmas. I put here too. You don't want to.
No,
okay.
well, it's too new. Trying to force it.
It's
All
the
right,
summer. Yeah.
I will say it's impressive that 46 has so many options, even if they don't necessarily make
Well,
the
it's because
bracket.
it's so topical. It's like so recent. I think that's
I
what
don't
it
think
is.
so. I think 46 is like specifically. I've said it's like it was like a comedy that it had like bits in one.
I feel like if we did this before, like right after 45, whoa, sorry, I mean, whoa, would be on here.
Whoa,
You know?
yeah, that
But
would be
just
on
that.
there.
But just that, not 5 different options like we have.
I feel like there'd
No.
be more. I just can't think of them.
Yeah, I probably agree. I would say that like the recency bias is real right now with and to be fair, Q is probably one of the bigger characters that we've gotten in a long time, and that's what you get from big characters. That's why we get
what I'm
those
saying.
quotes. So
I think
yeah,
that
but
it's
I
a
agree.
little bit expanded just because Q, having a conversation that's written, everything is like an adjudicated argument. Like we can never have a conversation just two of us because someone needs to break the tie of just conversing in
It's
everything.
Yeah.
This isn't even part of the bracket, and we're just disagreeing on something.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Justice for I'm pissed. I just miss it so much already.
Well, it's still coming up on the honorable mentions, but I guess I'll skip it because we spoke about it. Okay, this is from Kat. No one wants to date someone who didn't make the merge. For me, non-dateable or dateable is a concept we use, but we don't.
That is more so the thing now. Yeah, the quote isn't even part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The chat saying as well, I see you eat every day. But I think as well we can move. But I do agree. Great Liz quote from 40. 46 is a quote machine. I think it will stand the test of time. I hope I'm.
I don't know. We got some heavy hitters coming in season 47. So I've heard.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for we'll do it again in a year, and it'll just be Asia quotes. 32.
Yeah. Now, do you know how many times I've quoted that her intro package from that finale?
I've seen it everywhere. Yeah.
Maybe we replace something with that. This one's very specific. It's not going to make it, but I wanted to put on the honorable mentions. I use it fairly often. He's a Jew. He can't eat the ham from Big Tom. Specific to me in my life. I'm a Jew. I don't eat the ham, but I don't know how much everyone else is using it. But we did get it submitted, and I do think it is a great quote.
Yeah, I lean towards saying the whole word Jewish. So it's a quote that I never.
That's why it's great. That's why it's funny. Yeah, that's why you can't really use it. But
yeah, it's like it's not really for me. Not for me. I think Shannon. I think that's my community quote, wasn't it? Annie, who was like, "You can just say the whole word."
Yeah, that's what I thought of as well. It's true.
Yeah,
we do this for community too, friends.
Yes,
this is what summer is.
We're doing all summer, baby.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'll see you right after Summer of Survivor every single week to do one-liner brackets from different shows.
One-liners from all the shows. Let's do it.
It's great. We'll do The Simpsons. That would be impossible.
Yes.
Something that Chappell fought for, that the chat will fight for, that the people submitted. Damn by Chicken.
How can
It's
you
just
not
one
have
word.
damn? It is literally a one-liner. Like by definition, it is one word. It's one line. It is the only thing that it is synonymous with chicken. Chicken damn. You just say them back to back. And we like, how is this not?
Someone on a podcast will say chicken, and someone in the background will be like, "Damn!" Like it's literally on
like,
reflex.
It's like 69 nice. It's just
100%.
All right.
Damn.
Okay. I don't want them to come to my house. So what will we take out? Do you want to take out the Tyson quote? I don't really want to take out the Tyson quote.
Tyson can go. And
She
again,
died,
you
dude
know how
can
much I
go.
love that moment.
She died,
She died,
dude
can
can
go
go.
too.
No, not she died, dude. Not she died, dude.
That Tyson quote can go. And you know I love the Tyson quote. So this is no disrespect to that quote, but it's so long, it's not that quotable. It's just for me and you and your brother. Like it's for us. We're the three.
Yeah, and I love that it's for us. Okay, fine. Take out Tyson, Sam, put in damn. That took me a long time to type out. Okay.
It took me even longer to track down and pull the audio for it, but
can we still listen to it?
I mean, if you want to, hold on.
I do.
Oh, you have the quote. You have Tyson talking to Coach. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Poor Coach. He was so sad.
Oh God, remembering what the beginning of these quotes was is really a big part of it, and I'm trying to find where it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of my favorite moments because it really is like Tyson trying to teach Coach how to win Survivor. He's like,
it is.
You're annoying and you have to stop. I'm your friend and I'm just telling you this, you're never going to win like this. It's just not going to happen.
Don't wear feathers in your hair at Tribal. Don't tell your stories. People don't believe your stories. They mock you. There's no reason to tell them. And do your Tai Chi in private where nobody can see you.
It's brilliant. It's so funny, but we're not even quoting it specifically right because it's so long.
Exactly.
It's so good, though. It's so good.
So we can remove it.
Pooya, don't wear feathers in your hair at Tribal. Don't
Damn.
tell your stories. People don't believe your stories.
Damn.
Okay, fine. Put damn in.
All right, what's next?
Okay, we had I'm pissed. We've done with that. Speaking of Coach, this one I have to put on for Peter because he'd be upset if I didn't. This is what Peter uses the most. I have.
Oh, Coach. Yeah.
When Jeff is like, no one has done this before, and Coach is like, I have.
Yeah.
All the time. Very specific. Very.
Yeah.
Just it being mentioned on the podcast was for him. We can move on.
That's and I said my most quoted one. I didn't even put on the honorable mentions, even though I said the one I quote some of the most, maybe not the most. But Courtney in the challenge, she went saying, "I am lazy. I do," but I thought that one was just for me. But I didn't. But I do use that one a lot. And then the last one was my grandma's at home watching Jerry Springer right now, but we've gone with he died, dude.
That's it. Both of those can go. We definitely can find something else to put in those spots.
So we got through the honorable mentions and we did it just 20 minutes longer than Sam wanted us to. All right, let's keep moving.
Perfect timing.
Let's get to the bracket.
Let's do it.
Now I have let's keep it updated in real time. We're going to just go through the matchups and then when we get to the second round, we're going to put them on the screen. So now, first round matchup, I don't know about that versus put the mic down. We fought for put the mic down. It's now up against the top feed.
I don't know about that.
Pooya, if anybody's gonna fight for this one, it's you because I think we all know where I stand. I don't know about that.
My heart's not even in it. I don't know about that. Is iconic and literally comes up in many. Like what I love about some of these one-liners is you can get away with saying them to someone that doesn't know about Survivor, and it still works. They're not gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
and I don't know about that works.
This is what I love about I don't know about that. That's so specifically perfect. You say it firstly in Sandra's voice. So if you're talking to two people, one watches Survivor, one doesn't. And
Shannon, can I ask a thing? Can we have the bracket open from now or no? Because I feel like
I mean, Sam didn't want to. I just do what Sam tells me to do. Sam, put it up.
Sam, why not? Because I feel like people need to see what the matchups are now, kind of even see ahead of what could be happening.
He's so busy trying to keep us on a time crunch.
Thank you to my husband for finding the bracket.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay, so I don't know about that. So say I'm talking to two people, one watches, one doesn't. And then it's like, this was a really good movie. I don't know about that. One person thinks I just spoke to them regularly, and the other one's like, yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see you. I see you. You know me.
I'm sorry, Wendell. I'm glad I made it to the bracket eventually. I'm glad that Pooya fought for it. But we have to do this, by the way. We have to have them win by points. But
That's hilarious.
I don't know, but yeah, because it's a basketball match. They're like, put in a sport. I'm like, I don't know what to know. So
yes, the chat saying thank
this
you,
one-
Sam. Shout
Yeah,
out.
shout out
about
Sam. Shout
that.
out Sam.
Yes, thank you, Sam. I don't know about that is so perfect.
Hmm.
It's gonna be very, very hard for this not to win. Like,
Oh
if it
yeah, that's
doesn't
the
win-
juggernaut.
Yeah, like that's coming in as a sports reference that we could all make separately and not understand. You guys don't know my sports references. I don't know yours, but it's the top seed for a reason.
It
Even
is.
in an
Talking about practice.
unseedable, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So last time I was mean. This time I'm meaner. You know, I'll lie. I don't care, but I'll make
So,
a good lie versus.
I don't have a big mistake one because I was looking for it and there's like 8 of them. So I was like, I don't know which one to take. Which one's
Rob
like the
uses
main
it all.
one. I didn't want to take the wrong one. I do have, however, this other one. I'll play it.
Last time I was mean, and this time I'm meaner. You know, I'll lie. I don't care. But I'll make up a good lie.
Oof, it's so good.
It's like smoking
also
a
the way you
cigarette.
say it. It's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never smoked a cigarette, but I assume that is true.
me neither. But it just feels like whoo, yeah. Like
I have, and it does.
It's so good. There's a couple of things to the Sandra quote. Last time I was mean, this time I'm meaner. You can just use that.
That's
I'll
it.
lie, I don't care, but I'll make up a good lie. Or even just I'll make up
That's
a
it.
good lie. You could use you could cut it up and use it, but you can use the whole thing. Iconic
Yeah.
Sandra. Sandra's gonna be tough to knock off this bracket. Big mistake. We're already worried about the retention. I believe in it, but I don't know that it has the retention of Sandra being iconic in her opening confessional of her second winning season.
It's her opening confessional of her second winning season, y'all. Like that.
first
That's
thing
the
you see.
Sandra baseball card right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because you think about Sandra as a hero versus villains contestant and say, like, villain? Okay, fine, sure. If you say so, right? And then Sandra reminds you, like, no, I was mean last time. You're like, yeah, she was. And you're like, I don't really remember her being that mean, but I'll take it. And, you know, and it kind of just outlines like, okay, cool. Let me watch out for this mean Sandra. She's like, yeah, she's there. She's there. She tells us this is her Sandra moment. I don't know, man. This is a great one. I hate for Q to go down like this, but I think it's gonna be tough to beat.
Against the
I mean,
queen.
going down against the queen is an honor. Let's be
Yeah.
honest here.
You know what's going to be tough when we start getting to Sandra versing herself? But okay, a couple of things on this. There's that whole opening sequence of heroes versus villains is so iconic, and yet this is the thing I kind of take
It's the
the
one.
most. Like Russell saying, "Google it." Like there's a lot of good stuff
Google
there.
it.
Yeah, but this somehow is the most. But then Matt Benjamin saying in the chat, "How is this applicable to real life? Can one of you give me a situation where you would use this day to day or any part of this?"
Yeah, when I walk into any restaurant,
What?
when I walk up
Why?
to a buffet, I was mean last time. I'm gonna go even more ham now.
Okay, all right. Well, if you're a Jew, you can't eat the ham. But
Nice. Good
but,
callback.
see, it is quotable. Maybe we put it back in. I don't know how. I feel like I do quote it, but I feel like it's probably not appropriate where I quote it.
What do you
Okay.
mean? What?
No, not in,
Yeah.
like I'm just saying that it probably doesn't work. You know, the same way that
Yeah,
I don't know
let
about
me
that
just
works
say
for my
it, 'cause-
day. Like if I say it, someone side eyeing me like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like,
I think it's an
I-
honor for Big Mistake to even be in the quote unquote
Okay.
top
Right.
32.
All right, let it go. All right.
Yeah, it was an honor just to be
Okay.
nominated.
Sam's like, "Get moving." He's already put in the points. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Because for me, I feel like almost everything I say is a quote. So it's like, is it worth?
Mm.
But I do quote it. But I'm just saying, does it work when I quote it? All right, top 5 baby, and I mean my ass. Damn, I think I'm losing top 5 baby. I'm gonna find.
I mean my ass.
That doesn't work for me. I've never quoted it ever, and I am again more quote than human.
Yeah,
But am I losing top 5 baby right now?
I think you are, because I'm voting for Penner. My ass. The pause.
I mean, my ass.
I
Top 5
mean-
baby. You never say top 5 without saying baby. It changed the way my brain works.
No. Tony got a lot of quotes. That one ain't the one that's gonna be in a bracket. You know what I'm saying? That's just not
Well,
it.
what else would you put? We do have more.
This is huge. I needed this.
Yes,
Is a
bigger
is
than
a
that?
is a big.
That's already on
yeah.
there, I think.
It's in the
Yeah,
bracket.
that's what I'm saying. We don't need top 5 baby,
All
but
right.
we do need my ass.
I mean, my ass.
I mean my ass.
It's not something I can pull off. It's not. I don't say ass a
I
lot.
pull it off. Yeah,
It's 'cause
See,
you
gotta
say-
start working it in.
Yeah, you
I
don't
say
say
opposite of
ass. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
yeah.
American. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't. All right.
I can't.
Let it win by 2 points. Okay,
I can't.
Sam, what's going on? Why are you choosing? It doesn't have to win by 3 points. It doesn't matter.
It needed
Okay.
to be
I
all
like
three.
it.
It needs to be
Wait, why is
unanimous.
Sneaky Sneaky there? Did Sneaky Sneaky make it through? Not on
We
purpose.
didn't-
We didn't replace it, I don't think.
We never
ultimately.
replaced it with
Then
anything.
it's definitely
Yeah.
gonna lose. We didn't even intend for it to be on the bracket.
Yeah. Queen stays queen.
stays
Adios.
Queen, adios for real.
Y'all want to hear them? Wait, you want to hear them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Sam
like
does
when she
not-
says adios. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
God dang,
no,
you got to be.
Adios is in the confessional one. I ended up getting the
Yeah.
one where she votes out Tony.
Okay.
That's the one I
okay.
have. So
Hear it.
I don't even
I
have the
like it.
adios
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, okay. Play it
Well, play
anyway.
what you have.
All right,
Yeah.
playing
That's
it
just the
anyway.
librarian of audio finding. them.
Yeah.
And the queen stays queen.
And the
Easy.
queen stays queen.
And this is I do have this one as well, of course.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Well, it
good.
made it
It
to the
is
bracket
good.
kind of by accident,
Yeah.
but it lost in the first round. Sandra's cleaning up. We're gonna get to like a final four of Sandra.
I mean, okay, look at the material.
Okay, I'm like a storyteller. It's what I do. Against it's getting the best of me. Why? Which part of this are you laughing at?
Because Rob looks so funny when he's saying it. Like, I know he's like in pain.
He's dying.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Now
That lip is
nothing
out.
happened. Yeah, yeah.
He's getting the rest of me.
Because the lore of that isn't that when they had to refilm it?
Well, it was like he passed out and nobody was there, so they had to like makeshift the pass out.
Oh
and
my
then they, like,
god.
show him
So
on
it's
the ground.
Rob's
Like,
acting.
Rob is still on the ground, but the cameraman does the shaky cam thing where he's like, oh, and it falls down.
I think we know why Rob's more of a like reality TV person, maybe more than an actor. Possibly.
Yeah.
It is funny. Do you say it? Do you quote it?
It is, yeah, I do. It's getting the best. It's
What-
getting the best. Like, you
you
know what
do?
people always talk about when they say it.
Yeah,
It's getting the best of
it
me.
is
Like, it's
quotable.
Boston Rob. Yeah. And like I said, the Pinner thing is just like,
No, I'm
I
fighting.
don't remember I don't even remember who he was talking to when he said it.
He was like in the water, or he was doing.
But who was
It
he talking
doesn't
to?
matter.
Oh,
use
he's talking to
it all
Lisa. He was talking to Lisa Welcher, right?
I think so.
And then the confessional follows that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I use this all the time. If someone says anything about being a storyteller, you say it's what I do. Even if you're not in the room, you hear it, you feel it, and you burst in and you say it's what I do.
I think that's Rob's soundboard incepting your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like he
That's
used
fine.
it so many times
That's
prior to the
fine.
new era that it was so much that I love this quote. But again, I had to literally think about like what was
It
Pinner even
doesn't
talking
matter.
about in the moment.
It's meaningful to us as a community. We are RHAP so much.
Okay,
on the
but if that's the case,
podcast-
it's a different bracket.
Yeah.
It's not a different bracket.
Because bring back Sneaky then, because Sneaky is a RHAP fave.
No, not as much as I'm like.
And bro, I know that's
It's
that's
another thing. It's another thing. This is even more. You can be in a conversation with a Survivor fan and an RHAP fan and say, I'm like a storyteller, it's what I do. And the RHAP fan gets it. And
Yeah,
to
but
me,
the
All right,
Survivor
let's
fan
put it
might not.
up to a vote. Let's put it up to a vote. There's 3 of us. This will break it off easy. So Shannon, you go first.
I obviously want the pen and want to win.
All right.
Yeah,
Chappell?
you know
I'm
that
rooting
you're
for
deciding
Boston.
to-
I'm rooting for Boston Rob. It doesn't happen often, but
Okay,
he's
let
got the
me-
Dondi bump for me.
So I couldn't find the Penner quote for the audio, but I do have the Boston Rob one. Let's listen in for a second.
He's getting the best of me.
It's good. It's good. It's a good quote.
It's so
It's a
good.
good quote, but
Music
it's
with the
not as
dramatic
quotable.
music.
It's not as
That lip-
quotable.
That lip
No.
quiver is going. Nah, that's the one. You
I'll
know
have to
exactly
go
who
with
said it and
Boston Rob.
when.
I
No,
have to go with Boston Rob.
Yes,
That's real.
I love scores.
Oh God. Okay, it
getting
is
the best
very
of me.
funny. It is a good option. But okay. All right. I don't even like the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, I have
It's the
this
Houston
quote.
Astros, baby.
Oh,
That's the
Chappell,
whole
wait for
quote.
it. Wait for it.
That's
I got
the
it.
whole quote. Talk about it.
Librarian of this.
What the hell
of
is his
this-
little B hat? I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. It's the Houston Astros, baby.
Yes,
And then
the whole quote. Call it what it is. H
you
time.
put in Colby's new I Ain't No Hershey bar. Honestly, I would have been tempted on Damn It Reed, but now that it's I Ain't No Hershey bar, I feel like I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. You can use I don't even like on anything.
Oh, and we do.
I don't even like Chappell.
Again, that's a RHAP thing, not a Survivor thing. But
Ooh,
I
it's
think
fine.
I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. I think is like I think it's quintessential Russell. It's just
Lil
Russell talking
B
his
hat
shit.
always got me too.
Little B hat. It's the way he said it, like he was whispering it to us, like, "Hey, I don't even like that little B hat he got."
But I'm just a little B hat. I don't even like the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so. And then I know Hershey bar. Like, where would you use it? It's iconic, but when are you quoting?
I mean,
have you ever quoted it?
I mean, I do.
Okay.
It might be like the Jewish thing for you. Like it's applicable to you, like, and this is applicable to me. Like I ain't no Hershey bar, baby.
Maybe we do separate brackets. We start.
I'm
like,
chocolate, but I ain't
So
no Hershey
Chappell,
bar. You hear me?
All of that being said, which one would you go for, Chappell?
It pains me to vote for Russell Hantz in any situation ever.
Most people didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
happens rarely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be Russell, right?
Yeah, he gets my vote here this one time only.
I'll vote for Kobe then because I just can't.
Keep it formal. All right, Shannon.
No, it's Russell.
Yeah. All right, there we go. A score of 2-1.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. All right. Okay. So we've got Stick to the Plan and Wentworth Does Not count.
It's Stick to the Plan.
I have both of these.
Okay, let's get the 40-second clip. Let's do it.
All right.
Idols are everywhere. Idols are everywhere. I say stick to the plan. You know, at this point, that's all I can say.
Wow, John, stick to the plan.
It's the laugh.
I needed the laugh. That's why the clip is so long. I needed the laugh.
Very, very
It's the
good.
laugh. The laugh is better than the Stick to the Plan. It's the
And that's a high bar. Let's listen to 40 seconds of Wentworth Not Counting.
You got it.
First vote. Wentworth.
The funny thing is, it's Wentworth will not count.
Will not count.
Does not count.
Yeller effect. That's interesting.
First vote. Wentworth will not count. Wentworth will not count.
I like when she's looking around, like, interesting. Okay.
Wentworth
See,
will not count.
Y'all lied to the kid.
Wentworth will not count.
Yes, Kelly.
Wentworth will not count.
Shannon, we gotta go watch Cambodia after this.
Yeah, I want to.
Wentworth
We got to.
will not count.
That's so many votes.
There's that
I didn't-
cigarette moment again.
Wentworth will not count.
It was too
Wentworth
complicated
will
to
not
split the
count.
vote, Shannon. Da, 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 da.
Wentworth will not count.
Okay, can I take you back to that moment in real time for me?
Take me
When
back
Sure.
to that moment in real time for you. Yeah, do it.
I thought Steven was getting idled out.
Oh,
The edit kind of made it seem that way. I think that I hadn't seen spoilers, but subsequently heard that there had been fake spoilers that Steven would go then. And I think that, like, not that they would care enough to lean into it, but it really did feel like Steven was going. Maybe there was like an energy in the air. So I was at my in-laws watching it live with them, and I was on the floor. Obviously, like 9 Wentworth does not count. Well, we will not count 40 seconds of pained elongation of the moment. And I was like hyperventilating. And then it said Savage, and I was like, woohoo! And then I cheered. My father-in-law was like, get up.
I love Andrew Savage as a character, but I think aside from Andrew Savage and maybe the Savage family, nobody was rooting for him in that moment. Everybody was so happy he was idled out. It was just
And in defining moments, that was my moaning for Cambodia. Literally, what I thought was Wentworth does not count, but just that in quotes. It's like it is the defining moment of one of my favorite seasons of all time. In saying that this is not the defining moments podcast, although it does keep coming up. Stick to the plan. I could use often.
I have two things that I will say. Number one, Keith was one of my favorites. I was so happy to see him get a back-to-back, like with Cambodia right there as well. That's one. Number two, technically it's not a Wentworth quote, it's a Jeff quote, so I feel better not voting for it. I'm voting for Stick to the Plan.
Same. That's 2 Stick to the Plans for sure, and make it unanimous.
Yeah, because iconic defines Keith. You could put it on merch, and it works for everyday life. But it does.
It really does.
And it's a great quote, and it also is pretty definitive in terms of Samuel Del Sur as well. All right,
I have both of these as well.
Here we have Natalie. Can I have your jacket? I should have put the Natalie on because I feel like if you ever ask someone for their jacket, you're saying Natalie. And
you have to do the Natalie with the pauses. Natalie.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it I pulled, but here it goes.
Natalie, is there any way I could have your jacket? Natalie.
We also Mandela affected that a little bit, but it's fine. It works better than I have your jacket. That's fine. And then Drew.
Yes, and then Drew.
Basically, I'm a badass and a manipulator of this game.
Ooh,
Giggle.
You got a little
spicy.
In saying that, I feel like it has to be a jacket, right?
Oh no! See, I was gonna go with Drew Christie because I doubt that anybody has ever gotten that jacket quote correctly. I just heard it. I doubt that anybody's ever done it the right way. That was the first time. It felt like I was the first time I ever heard it. I was like, wait, she didn't.
No, it was
it's supposed to be Natalie. Can I have your jacket? Natalie, can I have your? Like that's how it's in my head.
Way I can have your jacket. She was polite, but then the
she was
where
so
it
polite
to Natalie
about
in the jacket. It's so
Nobody,
that's the funny moment of
nobody ever says. Nobody ever says, Natalie, is there any way I can have your jacket? Nobody has said that. I don't
think it mattered.
No one. That is the definition of a quote.
No, it's not. The Mandela effect is a big part of who we are as human beings.
No, it's not. Basically, I'm a badass.
So Chappell, you're voting for Drew Christie here.
I am, but
okay.
but I will. The one thing I will pause on with Drew Christie is that I always forget he says, "and a manipulator of this game." You're like, I never.
Yeah.
The line that he does say, we say, and we know it's Drew Christie. Nobody says the Angelina quote correctly, and you cannot prove me wrong.
Honorable mention to I'm a meat collector.
I'm a meat collector.
That should have been on. No one submitted that, which is that's RHAP as well. Was like a big RHAP quote at the time.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like San Wandelso was like peak soundboard for RHAP. I don't know.
I think it's where like for me the soundboard really went ham, even with postseason stuff. Yep. I'm realizing I say that a lot.
Yeah, and I'm realizing I say the quote a lot, the big Tom quote. When I'm talking to you specifically, it feels like Where
are you going, Shannon?
I can't vote for the not quote.
We are on Can I Have Your Bracket right now.
I know, and that's even wrong.
Don't do that. Not everything can be wrong with it. Please.
It's literally incorrect.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm voting for Angelina.
I'm going to listen to both one more time to make my decision.
I would never ask.
Yeah, make sure you listen and read them at the same time and see if they line up.
Basically, I'm a badass and a manipulator of this game.
Natalie, is there any way I could have your jacket? Natalie.
Okay.
Do you know why no one remembers it? You know why no one remembers it? Because we were all laughing too hard. We didn't have time. It's perfectly into our memory. We were crying of laughter.
It wasn't that we were. Yeah, you're right.
No, for me, here's the thing. I'm breaking this tie, right?
Please,
you have to.
I feel like a one-liner or a quote, yes, quotability, usability, all of these matter. But sometimes words are used to paint a picture. And when I hear that, all I can picture is Angelina standing there with the wildest pose, this like weird pose.
Yes.
Angelina's winning this one for me. Easily.
Yeah.
I will be voting against this every round until it's gone because it is literally.
I'm trying not to look ahead.
Not a survivor quote.
It
is literally the wrong quote. It is not the answer. That is not the question. That is not what we're talking about. It matters because this is a survivor one-liner. That's not a survivor one-liner by definition.
Quotes. I wanted to say quotable one-liners, and Sam said that was too
let's just start making shit up then. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's like y'all made that up. I voted against it. It has one op. It's me.
Okay. Who should I bring on from the chat? Let's see.
All right. Lord, I have both of these as well, actually, so I can play these for you. I got this one.
Lord,
I don't know who, if you're talking to God. I'm talking to God, Lord. Jeff.
I love it. I love it so much. And then we got this one as well.
That is not an advantage.
Yeah, I would only ever say that the way that Devin says it. That is not but I do think Lord, Jeff. Again, I don't use the word Lord that often, but I can't say. I always say in the year of our Lord, Jeff 2024.
I've submitted Juan Wandoff with my lovely wife, Liana Boris, and I use this line in the song. I'm picking Russell Swan. It's very easy for me. I love this one. Yeah. I don't say Lord often, but when I do correct it and say Jeff after.
I'm outvoted here. I think this is Devin Pinto's his defining moment.
Yeah, but
his defining moment is him laying on the ground with the drone shot of him just like laying back.
I don't remember
me.
Well, the defining moment of Devin Pinto isn't something that's important.
I'm just saying, Lord, I mean, Jeff is like such
like, it's fine, but it's not that important.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe I say Lord a lot, and I just never really bring up Jeff Probst when I'm talking about my Lord.
Well, maybe you should.
I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean, Jeff.
I like it better now that Pooya's playing it too. I will say that, like, as a quote, just in a vacuum, but the delivery is so good. Like, I'm talking to God, Jeff. Like, Lord, I mean, Jeff. Like, like I love that. He was so casual about it. Like, I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean,
it's actually a really sad moment because he's really going through it. It's like that I said was also the defining moment of Philippines. Wow, this is really coming up. But like,
was that the defining moment of Philippines?
Not that quote, but we haven't really gone through it. I don't think we got to that one. But for me, when Maxing lose that challenge, and Russell's like, it's like bottom of the barrel, like can't go lower.
It's his swan song for sure, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. That's great, by the way. Okay.
You're welcome.
I think that we're already on the next one, which is Sam subtly pushing us along. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. I want someone to come on from the chat. Be nice to me, chat. No, it's fine.
I mean, we do have the author of the quotable RHAP page in the chat as well. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think we should do that. Josh, do you want to come on? Josh Green is in the chat. If so, Sam will email. Let Sam know. He can email you. Sam, deal with it while you also do this. We have She Died, Dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we have She Died, Dude versus I Will Always Wave My Finger in Your Face. I've got one of these. I've got this one.
I will always wave my finger under your breath.
Yeah.
The chat wants She Died, Dude. Listen to the chat.
The chat's wrong. I'm sorry.
With what I want,
I will always wave my finger in your face is the reason why Alicia comes back for All Stars. It is the reason. It is the moment. It is Alicia.
Does that matter?
Yes, it does, because you can in the early days of Survivor, you knew what these Survivor, they was like superheroes. They had their special powers. We knew Sue Hawk for her snakes and rats, and we knew Alicia for this damn finger wag, and we knew Kimmy for trying to save the damn animals. Like, everybody had their moment. This was her moment. What else could you say about Alicia, the Survivor player, if it's not I will always wave my finger in your face?
Okay, but She Died, Dude. It's Thunder D.
He didn't even play Survivor.
Who cares?
I care.
It's funny that his name is Thunder D. It's so
It is funny that his name is Thunder D. However,
so relevant to everyday life.
No.
So it sounds like you're both tied at 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pooya, you're the tiebreaker. I will always wave my finger in your face is Alicia's legacy. It was in all the time. In the moment, it was right there in all the like big reality TV moments, and all that lady did was argue with Kimmy Kappenberg. Like, it's not like she hit her. It wasn't like something crazy happened. They were just arguing about food. And it's crazy that moment has lived on so much. I will always wag my finger in your face. Are you kidding me?
Did I say wave my finger or was it wag my finger? I think I wrote it wrong.
I have to listen to it again.
Yeah, let's listen to it again.
I will always wave my finger under your breath.
It's wave. It's wave.
Chappell just got it wrong. That doesn't speak well for the quote you're advocating for.
You just passed through a quote that you made up. It was never, can I have your jacket? You made that quote up. You made that quote up.
I don't think that matters, but I think this matters.
So, of course you do. Who you have to break the tie?
I don't care for either of these, but
oh my gosh.
But She Died, Dude.
Yes.
She Died, Dude.
I'm so glad I asked you to be on this podcast.
You didn't even bring the clip. That's how you know it's mid.
It doesn't matter.
I found it, Chappell. I listened to it. Nah.
You found it and left it, and you're like, I'll put it through. Stop it, Pooya. Shenanigans. Shenanigans Guss.
Sam, are you getting Josh Green onto the podcast?
All right. I can get loud too. I've got both of these. So let's play them.
It don't matter. I can get loud too, but that's in my heart, okay?
You know what? I can get loud too. What the I can get loud too. I don't want to.
It's good. It's a good
She
quote.
backdoors it again. She says it once and then she makes sure he heard her. Like, I can get loud too. Are you kidding me? Go off, Sandra.
And the other one's very iconic, as was a very hard matchup in my opinion.
My mother always told me you may not be able to beat him with these all the time, but you can always beat him with this. Sorry.
It's great. It's like serene.
Both great.
Both great.
Battle of the Titans.
I don't quote the Suri one that often. Maybe I do. If I were to win more things, you know.
I was say you have to win stuff eventually.
Yeah.
But Suri didn't win, and she said it.
Yeah, I'm the Suri of the draft, but I can't imagine.
You are not the Suri of the draft.
The Amanda Kimmel of the draft.
I am the Suri of the draft.
No.
I'm going to win a Trader's draft one
day.
The
tie triangle of the draft.
No, the most famous he should have won person is Suri, and that's me.
You have never should have won. You've never
should have won. You never should have won.
Placement.
That's why you're the Amanda Kimmel. Never should have won. You just were there. You were just there at the end, like Amanda.
Anyway, okay, we gotta make picks here.
Okay,
Chappell, what you voting for?
One? If I were to win a game of bananagrams against my mom, I would say my mother always would be ironic. My mother always told me you can't always beat him with these all the time, but you can always beat him with this. I feel like I forget that all the time. So my
exactly that quote, no one says that quote correctly. Also, I can get loud to what the fuck. Everybody says that quote correctly. Everybody.
You can't really get that one wrong.
It's perfect.
I hate to vote against Suri, but I think Sandra has this one too.
I would never vote against Suri, so I'm voting Suri because I am the Suri.
Oh, don't do that.
You heard it here. Shannon voted against Suri.
No one talk about it. No one ever talk about it. But I voted for Sandra. That's very tough for me. Okay, this is huge. I needed this.
I've got one of these because the other one wasn't there. But Chappell, can you do the chicken one real quick?
Damn.
There we go. You don't even need a soundboard for that one. It's incredible. And then we got this one.
This is huge. I needed this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
I feel like
this is RHAP lore. This one.
It is
RHAP finest.
I feel like this is like one of the. I guess actually a lot of these could be used in the bedroom. Never mind.
Because damn, definitely is.
Maybe we should work through that in some of
I can get loud too. What the fuck does also makes it in that?
I ain't no Hershey boy. Definitely makes it in the right situation.
She's a Jew. She can't eat the ham. No. Anyway, Don't. Now I'm very aware of myself.
Everybody.
I've listened to Shannon podcast for much of my adult life, and when I tell you that might be the biggest reaction you've ever gotten out of me, oh yeah, that was so good.
Mike's not here. I'm trying to go through bloom.
You did. You definitely did. Because I was like,
don't.
You could say it. You just. I won't.
We'll collect ourselves from that whole tangent.
Okay.
This is huge. I needed. This is what led to that because that sound clip. If we're gonna do a bracket of sound clips, this could actually win.
That's the sound clip. Yeah, that's a sound clip.
But I still use this as huge. Quote. I needed this all the time. I can't say this is huge without saying I needed this, and I'm gonna roll right past that.
I'm about to say, how often are you saying this is huge?
I say it a lot.
All the time. Yeah, thank you, Pooya.
This is huge. Always.
This is huge.
I've literally said that to a sandwich. Like, you know what I mean?
Have you never said damn to a sandwich?
I've said damn to a lot of things too.
I've said damn to pizza, sandwich.
Like that. It is fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even put damn in the bracket originally, so I think my vote's pretty clear. And like the chat is saying that Tony has more iconic quotes. We've said no. We've said this is the top Tony quote. The top Tony quote.
Honestly, you're right. I probably think that like Tony doesn't have better quotes, but maybe that's because he's more of a moments guy himself, a moments guy, if you will.
Moments, yeah.
But to me, damn is the definition of what this is. If you have never seen RHAP and you've only seen Survivor, you might only remember chicken because of damn. Like that's it.
My only thing against damn, Chappell, because we talked about earlier, and the reason why I ended up on the bracket is because in order to get that damn on a podcast, someone would have to say chicken first, and then you hear the damn in the background.
But chicken is said a lot on Survivor podcast. A lot.
Yes, this is true.
Name a season where we didn't talk about chicken. Damn.
This most recent one, probably.
I'm sure it came up. Damn.
Ooh, this is a hard one.
Liz was afraid. Liz was allergic to chicken. Damn.
Was she? Probably. Pooya, you know in your heart that this Tony quote is funny. It's iconic. It's Tony. You use it all the time.
I think
Like,
that
damn is
Tony
a hard
has
matchup.
a list of moments. This is not
If
even,
I'm talking about which ones, it's tough in it because this is huge. I do use with the Tony cadence on the huge, but I also use Chicken Damn quite a bit.
Okay, but you're gonna have to make a decision, and I think that you know in your heart that you're not knocking Tony out of the because top
Shannon,
5 baby didn't make it.
you
so
trying to vouch for it is making me not want to pick it because you'll think you influenced me. So
No, I'm not.
Were you the influencer or were you influenced?
It's not important to me. I don't even care at all.
Let me hear them. Let me hear both. Can I hear them both one more time? I'm gonna click the damn one, Chappell.
Damn.
Thank you. All right, the Tony one.
This is huge. I needed this. Ooh.
Yeah, no, okay. So the Tony one is insane because all of that extra stuff, when you listen to the clip Rob uses, I convinced myself that all those noises were spliced from a different moment. It's all one moving moment.
Yeah.
And nobody quotes the whole moment. If you sit there and listen to people go, imagine
if you did though.
But nobody does.
I think people quote that moment just out of context. All right, I'm gonna go with give me Tony. Let's go with Tony.
Yes, I won and I influenced you. Let's go.
No,
it's too done. It's done. It's done. It's over. We're moving on.
Just like you voted against Suri earlier, but whatever, we move.
Don't do that.
I've never felt so disrespected in my life.
Good. That's why I bring you here.
Deserves better. Chicken deserves better. Hey.
Sam, are you bringing Josh onto the podcast? What is happening?
Shannon, let's get through this bracket. We've not even made it through the first round.
Committed to the bit. Let her commit to the bit.
I'm trying to juggle balls. Okay.
Josh Green, message Sam on Twitter.
All right.
Josh Green, message Sam on Twitter so we can get the ball rolling on this.
So much for my dreams.
That's what Chappell just said when he lost that bracket.
No,
decision.
what I said was,
I said this is huge. I needed this. Yeah.
And I said, damn.
So I've got,
bag
obviously Liz's one got added in after, so I don't have that, but also that's very fresh on the mind. Then we've got this one.
So much for my dreams.
It's not as good as people quoted back. It isn't.
It is. It's so
It
good.
sounds.
It's better when people quote it because people be like,
Yeah.
so much
Good,
more my
that's
dreams.
fine.
Everyone does the extra Rupert on it. It doesn't sound that much like that.
Yeah, so much for my dream.
So quotable. It's so usable. It's iconic. What the heck, you hoe bags? We don't know how it will stand the test of time. So much for my dreams is from decades ago, and we're still talking about it.
No, I don't think we're still talking about it. I don't think so much for my dreams is that iconic. Especially because once Pooya just played it, it was like I heard it for the first time. I do not remember it sounding like that.
Yeah, let me play it again.
Has become
So much for my dreams.
He actually sounds like a real like regular human and not a cartoon character.
Rupert.
Yeah, it sounds like Jeff might have said it like so much for my dreams. You know, like sorry for you. Because when I think of Rupert, I think for who voted for me, like that kind of thing. I don't think of like so much for my dreams. You know, like passive Rupert. Give it to the hoe bags for me, Pooya.
No, are
Sam,
you joking?
hoe bag
This
me.
is a bad decision. Bad decision. So much for my dreams.
What the heck, you hoe bags?
Yes.
I'm going with Liz.
So bad. Wow. Just
Yeah, you influenced me against it, Shannon. Keep that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm realizing that I'm doing that now, so I'm trying.
Canceling
I'm just
yourself
not
out.
Say anything.
All right, I think
Okay,
I've got
well,
both of these as well.
I'm upset.
I'm against you, Russell.
Oh, I said it. You do it again. I mirrored it.
I don't need to be carried, bro.
So here's my thing. I'm against you, Russell is a good quote, but it is a better quote when Parvati says it because she says, I'm against you.
He does it in the way I quote Sandra. I'm against you.
To me, it's not a Sandra quote. It's a Parvati quote because I'm against you, Russell, with the long cigarette, or the one with like the mustache twirl, like I'm against you. I was like, yeah, that's the one. I don't need to be carried, bro. It's cool. It is.
I'm going with Michelle. I'm going with Michelle on this one. Yeah. I like the quote. I like I'm against you, Russell, but also I feel like it's the way others quoted back with the extra cadence is what does it for me. The clip itself didn't do all that much for me. But I do love the I don't need to be carried. And then there's a little bit of a gap, bro.
I don't need to be carried, bro.
It's classic Michelle. I don't want Sandra to lose. I don't like.
She's won plenty. She's won plenty. So
I'm Yeah, I feel like for me, I would use I'm against you. I would use both of these often, but like I'm against you, Russell. It's fun to say because it's
I'm
Sandra.
against you,
I'm
Russell.
against you, Chappell.
Yeah, I'm against you, Russell.
I'm going
It's
with
because
Russell.
we've attributed the quote to the wrong person. We attributed
Mhm.
it to Sandra, and this is literally Parvati's quote. It's not Sandra's anymore.
All
That's
right.
that's what's happening. Sandra said it, but Parvati perfected it.
Okay. What do you? Who's even the deciding vote here? I don't even know.
Chappell,
what's going
It
on.
ain't me. I'm against you, Russell. I'm sorry, I am.
All right, that's it. 2-1.
Oh, I love winning.
Yeah.
It's so good to win.
Don't get
All right,
used to
let's
it.
bring in our chat guest for the next one.
Hey,
How
Mr.
are
Out
we?
of Context himself.
How we doing?
Josh,
Having a good time.
You do the out of context account. What is a good quote? What makes a good quote?
A good quote is something that can be applied to any facet of life. So it's tough to differentiate the like, oh, it fits in the RHAP world versus the like this fits in life. But like the last 5 to 10 minutes of like applying the Jew quote, which Shannon went like full Mike Bloom really quick.
Yeah, Josh, have you ever said that quote in the bedroom? Like, how does that quote translate, to the
Wanna ask our
bedroom?
guests from the chat about their
Yeah.
bedroom.
Well,
This
no,
is how
I was
Mike
gonna-
would
that was
ask
a quote.
this.
That
Mike would ask
that was
this.
my
Not in
Natalie
the
Bolton
bedroom,
quote. How does
Chappell.
this translate to the bedroom?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, people did submit that one. We could have put that as an honorable mention.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It hasn't worked for me, so I don't know if it works for other people, Chappell.
I think the fact that we're now calling the Big Tom quote the Jew quote is already lending
We are
itself.
not. You're using. You're calling it that. We are not calling. Don't
This is
put
the
we
Jew
in
quote.
it.
I can say what I want about the Jew quote.
I mean, but don't say we. Who is we? The
Yeah.
royal we?
We as a collective are all
Not us.
calling it the Jew quote. I'm just saying that that's what we did. Okay, so now we all have to move
It's
on
what
from
we
that.
did.
I want to go
There's
on
a lot
record
of
to say
things-
that I did not. I am not
Yeah,
me.
same.
After this podcast, everyone listening, everyone in the chat, everyone doing the podcast will just pretend none of it ever happened. Okay, because we can all, I think, benefit from that.
Fair,
For
because
a
I was
lot of
calling it the
different
ham quote for various reasons.
It's the Jew quote. Okay, so let's do this matchup. Josh, you can help us, and that's good because how will we break the tie? There's 4 people, but it's just an effing
Yeah.
stick from Eliza, and you F with me, you're dead.
I have both of these on clip if you want them.
Let's hear it, Pooya.
Play 'em.
All right. So first off, we'll do the Eliza one.
It's not the idol.
It is the idol.
It's not the idol.
Yes, it is.
Ozzy must have put it in there. He must have the real thing. That's not the idol.
What is it?
I know.
I want
So
it on
good.
record.
So good.
I added all the extra stuff in the beginning because it's just an effing stick.
better.
It is barely there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but is it
barely there.
subtitles?
It's mostly the subtitles doing the
Yeah.
heavy lifting there,
Yeah.
but obviously, like
That's
the
important.
internet has kept it alive big time.
But it's
And
so
then
good.
we have got this one. Where is this one? Oh, there we go.
I am your friend. Me too. But if you don't want your dad, seriously, you are done.
There's
No.
so many different versions of this as well.
2 good
It's-
options.
That's the thing with the like how to apply a quote. That second one you can say so many different ways and so many different. It can be applied so much. That's
Yes.
Oh, it's so hard. That is really tough.
Okay, well, are you voting for that one?
I have to.
Josh
Yeah.
don't get a vote. Well, we could tie it up if Josh gets a vote.
No,
Yeah,
Josh is voting it, and I'm backing Josh on this one. I agree. The Abby Maria quote for me is stronger. I just felt like in listening to the Eliza quote again, obviously
So
it's an iconic quote. Everyone uses it. At least once a season it comes up on the internet. But
Yep.
I feel like it's more of it reads better than it hears for me. And that matters for me here.
Shannon, what you about to do?
For me, I feel like it's more of a moment than a quote. How often do I say it's just an effing stick? Not that often. I don't feel like it's a day-to-day relatability quote, but I do think it is one of the biggest moments in Survivor history. But you F with me, you're dead. I could say that right now to Chappell. See, so that's quotable, that's relatable.
Okay, well, I'll lose this one because I'm going with it's just an effing stick because I can't think of a sentence in Survivor that you can't that you can pinpoint the moment. You can see her face saying this. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear this quote and it is a Survivor specific quote. It just is. And honestly, we say it every season. We do. It was in Ghost Island. It was a character in the show at some point. Like the stick.
The quote though, the stick.
Yes,
is
but
character.
the quote is why. The quote is why. Had he just got a stick, we've seen people make idols out of rocks and all kinds of stuff. Nobody says nothing. It's just an effing stick gave that stick life. Okay, there's a Twitter account dedicated to that line. That stick. So I'm sorry. I'll be the one to say Eliza here.
That stick got more screen time than Angela Perkins, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter. Chappelle, you've lost. You've owned losing.
I have lost.
You fought for it, but you lost. That's that.
Well, I win other stuff, Shannon. I know this might be new for you here, but some of us are used to winning.
It was a long time. It was years ago, Chappelle. Please get over it. It has been 4 years.
I just won a game last year. I'm pretty sure I won a game in January.
No, yeah, this year.
What?
Yeah. Again, Shannon, what have you won?
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't.
What have you won? Quickly.
I win at life.
Uh-huh. You go, girl.
Oh, I just won a competition recently. Wait, I just won a competition really recently. I won a whole big competition. I get to go to a Hamilton rehearsal and opening night.
You already know all the words to Hamilton. What difference is it? You was in the play?
No, this is amazing that I won this. It's on their Instagram. That was like the biggest thing I've ever won. But anyway, Josh, do you have cats?
Do I what?
Do you have cats?
I do not. I'm allergic.
Oh no, we lost our streak of.
Josh, can you rank all three of us?
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, do that.
He knows where home. He knows where home is. Josh ain't gotta say nothing. He already knows.
Right.
Don't do this.
Josh, you ain't got to prove nothing to me, baby. We already know what it is.
You do to me.
What's understood does not have to be explained, Shannon. I'm sorry.
All right, just say who's number one. Don't say who's second or third.
You ain't even got to rank me because we already know what's real. I don't need labels, Josh.
The people who come up from the chat are meant to be really nice to me.
They are. And Chappelle, you are going at Shannon too much. It's either it's a laugh or a hey, stop yelling at her and stop coming at her. So that's every podcast I listen to with you two.
You're right. I've been waiting on somebody to talk to Shannon about how she be coming at me, but it's okay. I'll take it.
Well, it's because you come at her, Chappelle.
Really? I started it?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. We'll keep track of that.
We replace Chappelle with Josh on this podcast. Josh, no, we've asked you too much about the bedroom, so thank you so much for being here. And we're
Josh, nice, good seeing you again, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the bracket goes. Go Crystal Cox. Did she already lose out?
It's about to come up.
It's coming.
Yeah, we have so much more to do, and I truly do have places to be.
Enjoy it. Looking forward to watching the rest.
All right. Next time we'll cap people. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, we got Josh on. It was great. Okay, here we go. You have made my life hell from day one. Forget you, go home. Goodbye, Chappelle. And as long as it ain't me. Another Sandra quote? So much Sandra.
You have made my life hell from day one. To get you, go home. Goodbye.
It's good.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do you have Sandra or was it too many of them?
I don't have that one. No. The trouble with the Sandra one, let me tell you what happened here. So I looked all of these up, and most of them you can easily find the quote on one video that's like 2 minutes long. The Sandra one was from a super cut of 20 minutes that I had to sift through, and I did leave this till last minute. So it was like 6:55 and I had to jump on. So I kind of had to jump off and leave it. But
well, thank you for giving everyone like a real background look into how the sausage gets made. But I do think Sandra could take the L here. The one time, as long as it ain't me, I said, I think more of a concept than a quote. And you have made my life hell from day one. Forget you, go home, goodbye. You can just say, forget you, go home, goodbye. You can hear it. It was the defining moment of Gabon. It's the Crystal's defining moment. It's so many things, and it's so quotable, and it's so fun to say.
I will say, Josh is in the chat saying that this is his number one. I do like the idea that Josh wasn't here for this one, and then this doesn't make it. So almost on banter, I might flip my vote.
No, it's not right. You know,
no, it's the Crystal one, obviously.
Of course, I think this one speaks for itself.
Okay.
Oh, really? You're not riding hard for it? Tell me why.
I said okay. I have conceded. What is the issue?
But why just so okay? Like why?
See, that's what I'm saying. When I'm nice, Shannon, you don't like it.
Chappelle, if you want to vote the Sandra one, I might vote with you.
No, I mean Pooya, if you're down.
What? No, are you saying as long as it ain't the Crystal one? Don't do that to Crystal. People will come for you. People will find your house.
No, I'll keep with the crystal one.
Okay, then it's unanimous. Yeah, it's unanimous.
Unanimous.
It's unanimous.
All right. That was the first
Is that
round?
it?
We
Oh my
did
god,
it.
we finished the first round of the bracket. It's been
Well,
announced.
it'll go
so
way
excited.
faster now. We've already
Okay.
gone through them all now.
Yeah.
Hold you to that. No. Okay. Now we're doing Sandra versus Sandra as we get
The
through.
way life was intended to be. My
I don't
queen.
know about that. Versus last time I was mean. This time I'm meaner. I'll lie. I don't care, but I'll
For
make up a
me,
good lie.
I don't know about that. Is way more quotable. Even though I feel
it
like
is.
the opening confessional is iconic, but that one is way more quotable to me.
All right.
It is.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
don't know about that.
But RIP to last time I was mean, this time I'm meaner, because
Mhm.
that's how you open a season, okay?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make
unfortunate to
Survivor
lose it
like that
here.
no more. Yeah.
It feels right that it lost to Sandra.
To Sandra,
Like,
exactly.
that's-
I can
that's
support
what-
that.
I can only out icon herself, Except here we're gonna
Yeah.
have another Sandra quote. I mean my ass. I'm really struggling with that one. Versus Queen stays queen. I'm going Queen stays queen, but I feel like I'm gonna lose.
And the Queen stays queen adios is great. But that's
Pooya,
not the
what you
quote.
thinking?
It's just Queen stays queen. If
Well,
it was
I
and the
don't-
Queen stays queen adios, it'd get my vote, but
That's
it's not
just
that,
because
is
I
it?
typed it in. I don't know. Like it.
I do
does that
prefer
really
the
matter?
audios one. I mean, they're
Yeah.
different.
I think Queen stays queen has to win.
I mean,
right?
my ass. All right, Chappell, let's
My
hear it one more time.
ass.
I mean, my ass.
I'm going with that one. I'm going with Penner.
Yeah,
No,
got it.
I'm going with Penner.
JP. JP,
Queen
let's
stays
do it.
Queen. You could put it on merch.
My
It's probably a
ass.
different bracket.
You can
No,
put my
you guys
ass
don't.
on merch too.
And the Penner stays Penner.
I mean,
No,
my
I'm sad
ass.
about it. All right. It's getting the best of me. Did that one really win?
It did.
His face did. It's getting the best of me.
I don't even like the Boston Red Sox have to win. I don't even like the This is funny. The Boston.
Okay,
Red Sox
let's
going
hear
down
both.
the
Let's hear both.
Baby.
Let's hear both. Let's hear both.
I don't like the little bee hat he got on. Look at the little bee hat.
It's getting the best of me.
All right. It's the pan flute in the background. It's taking me out.
Is that like a theme that they only use for this?
It sounded like a woodland creatures were walking up to him and like checking on him.
And then we've got this one.
But how does his little bee hat? I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. It's the Houston Astros, baby.
It's the way he rushes through the Houston Astros as well. It's the Houston Astros, baby.
It's Rob versus Russell again. I imagine Rob lying in like the Snow White tomb.
Yes, that's how it was.
That's what it's like a very dramatic moment. All the critters are there. They're sad.
Yeah, the woodland creatures.
I can
Thumper
hear
is
it.
crying in the background. The birds
He's
are
like
landing.
fairy tale music.
Right.
And they're like his cape is being held up by birds.
Yes.
It's getting the best of me.
It's very
The editors
good,
know
but
they
it's
wrong
not
for
a
this
better quote than I don't even like the Boston Red Sox.
I will say one note, Shannon. You should have all caps the like.
I
in
don't
the
even
quote.
like, but
I
you
don't
don't
even
need
like.
to because you can hear
He
it. It's the
doesn't.
way you
He doesn't
like.
give. No, play it again. He don't even give it that much. It's just that we know that's how Russell meant it.
I don't even like the Boston Red Sox.
I don't even like
It's the Houston Astros, baby.
No,
It's
he
not
does
as
hit it with it.
aggressive.
We
Yeah, but it's
definitely
not
add a
aggressive.
little.
Yeah.
It's like with two eyes, we add like three more though.
Yeah,
Right, like, I don't even like
everyone
it. Yeah.
listening, say like it's so fun. Say it like
I don't like. I don't even like. I don't even
the way
like.
you have to contort your face.
Yeah, I have to give it to Russell on this one, even though the
Yeah.
Boston Rob one has made me laugh a lot today, and I've
The
loved
Lost
it.
of Rob one is impossible, but yeah, this is great. I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. It's the
What?
Houston Astros, baby.
What is a Disney theme song I'm thinking of? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's like a music, not the theme song, but the theme music. So.
I don't know.
It's almost the Titanic music too. It's almost like the "My Heart Will Go On" like soundtrack.
Boston Rob. Every night in my dream. 100%. Is he there with Russell on the ship? Like, who's the one holding him?
Yeah, it's Amber. Amber.
Feel you. Yeah.
No, that season it was Coach.
I'm sad to lose it. Stick to the plan, and
Oh,
can
this
I
is
have
a
your
hard
jacket?
one.
This is the second round. There ain't no messing around.
You know where my vote is. I stick to the plan.
Yeah, I think I'm going stick to the plan.
I want to
I'm
hear
glad-
both.
Can I have your jacket made?
I know who I'm picking, but we need to hear both.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yes, that scratch an itch in my brain. The chat. Thank you, Robin Sparkles in the chat. It's the Shrek theme.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Thank you. Okay. We can move on. Sorry.
Is it really the Shrek theme?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. If you go listen to
it's
the
very
Shrek
similar.
theme,
It's very
yes,
similar.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Because that's why we started thinking about woodland creatures, because it really, like in Shrek, there was a lot of that going on as well.
Oh, sorry. Also, multiple people in the chat. It was also Kendall's camera, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, a lot of people now. Shannon and Shrek. Okay, I got it, and you're right.
We got y'all.
Thank you, chat. That would really.
Chad's like, get this right. It's Shrek. We don't play about Shrek in this community either. Let's
don't.
do Shrek one-liners
Idols are
after this.
everywhere. Idols are everywhere. I say stick to the plan.
So good. So good.
Natalie, is there any way I could have your jacket? Natalie?
It's Keith. It's Keith.
I
Stick
think
to the plan.
the pause. It's and then Natalie is better than the "Can I have your jacket" part. I think
honestly, the way she stands there helps it so much.
Maybe we bracket iconic images, and that would be on it.
Oh
yeah, framed burnt into my memory.
Brackets I want to do Survivor and otherwise. That I think
we've opened a whole new beast here.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Brackets are as fun as I hoped. By the way, really glad we did it. Can I have your bracket? But it is gone. I love. Okay, people are now just talking about Shrek in the chat. We've really distracted what's going on, but
as it deserves.
Lord, I mean Jeff versus She Died, dude.
This is
Big
easy for
matchup
me.
But Lord, I mean Jeff. Yeah, I had that as a top 2 seed for my vague seeding. So
can you play it again, Pooya?
I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean Jeff.
I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean Jeff.
It's so easy.
I think the quote is better with the whole thing. I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean, Jeff.
Yeah.
Guys, just a thought, just separate. Should we do a bracket of bracket podcasts we should do? And then we do the bracket that wins that bracket.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm in.
Bracket season in March. Call us.
Yeah, it's bracket season somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is unanimous.
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah, Lord, I mean Jeff.
Yeah,
Easy picking.
Lord, I mean Jeff. Yeah. I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean Jeff.
Ooh, Sandra versus Tony. I've seen this film before.
And I know how it ended the first time, and I loved it. I can get loud too with that's Sandra, man. I can't vote against her.
This is huge.
That's the easy. This is easy for me.
No, I'm going with Tony.
Ooh.
I don't know. They're both really good. I don't really want to lose
but
we still have.
You know what? I
loud.
You might need,
she goes full gut on it. I have to give it to that.
Yeah. And yeah. Let's remind Shannon how it feels to lose. Let's get back to that energy.
I can get loud too, probably more often.
It's the one.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Oh, that was a great Tony impression. I can't wait.
It was so good. It was so
being
good.
able to cover a Tony season.
I am pumped.
Are you doing Winners at War?
No. Doing Traders.
I was gonna say, good.
Wait, what
awful
did you
season
think
of Survivor.
Doing? Oh no!
We're doing those. We're doing those.
He's off for the wish list.
Oh yeah, the Traders.
Yeah.
Be excited about. Okay, this is huge. I needed that. The Trader stuff. Okay, what the heck, you hoe bags versus I'm against you, Russell. What the heck, you hoe bags wasn't on my original 32 for me.
It's Sandra for me. It's got to be. It's
even
like I said, the Parvati one is better, but even the Sandra one is good because put your mind on what she's doing. She's laying down with her arm in the air essentially, and he's like standing over her like Sandra, like, are either you with me or you against me? And she gives him no energy. She's like, I'm against you, Russell. Like, leave me the hell alone. There's
a few things of that. The first part is
I'm against you, Russell.
So
like
Russell,
go away.
It's the fact that you're either with me or against me, like was Russell's like tagline that he
even though it was really Boston Rob's tagline.
And that's not anywhere near this bracket. But I'm against you, Russell. Like it was actually a rhetorical question, and she answered it so perfectly. and if it's iconic because Parvati quoted it, the fact that it was already being quoted on the island only I think points to its iconicness. That even Parvati was taking it in the moment. So
she didn't even have the energy to give to him like I'm against you, Russell. Leave me alone. Like just
I'm
against you.
against
Whatever.
you, Russell.
Yeah, I'm against you, Russell. I'm against you. Now move on. Like,
I'm
and
against
what about
you.
it?
The way that you say it.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
against you,
easy for
Russell.
me.
I'm
This is
against you,
Sandra
Russell.
all day.
Yeah.
Also,
Queen.
Sam says they already did a bracket of brackets on RHAP, which makes
Okay.
sense.
Everyone's done everything though.
That means we have precedent, so we can do more.
Also, Sam says there's really bad storms and he might lose power, and he's in charge of the bracket, so maybe we get to it. Okay. You F with me, you're dead. Versus you have made my life hell from day one. Forget you, go home, goodbye. Similar kind of energy, maybe using similar context, but I feel like Crystal has to have this one.
I tie it up. I go Abby Marie on this one.
Okay, Abby for me too.
There
No,
we go.
you can't have Crystal lose like that so quickly and so nonchalantly. No, let me fight for it.
Well, we're running out of time because Sam's
we
got a storm.
Sam will make it
You've
work.
got
Sam,
somewhere
you
to
can do it
be.
right now,
Yeah, you
or-
got somewhere
no,
to be. Next, Sam.
Sam, no, he'll be fine. Both of you, stop. Do not go. Do not say saving. Sam, go back into it. I want to fight.
Sam does not have the time to do that. He doesn't have the time.
You
He doesn't have the
cannot.
time.
You can.
I'm
I
a
know
mover.
that you can edit the numbers. You can reverse it. You can reverse.
You cannot reverse it.
it. How can you? Just give me your reasons. How,
the vote
give
is
me
the vote.
reason. Just give
The
me the
vote
reason.
is the vote.
Give me
vote
the
is
reason,
vote.
though.
The
Just
vote
what was
is
the
the vote.
reason?
The vote is the vote. What was the reason? Or Cardi B quote.
That's my new quote. That's the new quote for me. Put that on the
am I
next
quoting?
bracket.
That's
What
a
was
Cardi
the
B
reason? What am I
quote.
quoting?
What
Chat,
was
help
the
me out,
reason?
chat. No, there's a different thing I'm quoting, but I don't know.
Yeah,
what.
but the Cardi B
Chat will
version
help.
is good too.
Pooya, tell me
No,
why.
Sam, I thought we were moving
Ain't
on.
nothing but a heart.
Tell me why. No, seriously, how can you
Yes.
get rid of Crystal like that? No, just tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Falling apart the way it used to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Pooya, Chappell, one
Well,
of you.
I voted Abby first, so I tied it up. So you have to convince Chappelle.
Really? Crystal like that? I think people will be mad at you. I think,
I think they're mad at us for being in this for 100 minutes. Like I think if they're already mad, you know. Like,
Yeah, they mad. Moving on.
Sam says the vote is locked, but we can do reasons. Okay, sorry. Sam's actually just talking to me like he doesn't want the audience to. That's in the private chat. Fine, whatever. No, not whatever. You guys should be ashamed of yourself and sad about
for
your
me
life.
personally, F with me, you're dead has stuck with me way more. And obviously I recognize that there's gonna be people that are way more passionate about some quotes than others. I fall into the camp that I forgot about the Crystal quote until I pulled the clip today. So
Insane take.
For me personally.
Insane
Hey, gatekeeping Survivor enjoyment now? Like I gotta have the same
Have
opinion.
you met me? Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's
yeah.
So that's kind of her thing.
Yeah.
She kept me from watching Australian Survivor for at least 4 years. She just wouldn't let me do it. She just wouldn't let me do it.
I understand that it's generic, but it's the one that stuck with me. I mean,
I agree. I think because I like that Abby brought it back for the second go round when she's like,
she
made it
fully
her
did.
She made it her tagline by the second time she played because PG, you were dead. You know, like everybody.
When
was
you
dead
look
to her.
for, you search up F with me or dead Abby Maria, the first thing you get is an ET video that is the preseason videos for Cambodia, and she says it immediately in her like video there.
Yeah,
she fully ran with it as her.
It's upsetting that Crystal hasn't come back. Okay, we all have to be reminded of that now. What you're doing is you're penalizing her for production's bad decisions.
If
to not
Crystal
bring her
Cox came back to Survivor, y'all would be so mad. Because let me just say this to the fan base: y'all just started admitting to liking Gabon like 5 years ago. This is a sexy new take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a sexy new take. In the moment, y'all would have hated her. Y'all would have hated Crystal Cox. And matter of fact, in the moment, they did hate Crystal Cox. I remember the fan base back then.
I don't like the bond, and I still love this quote, and I still love Crystal.
And that's fine. It lost.
One last note. Depending on where it was seated, it would have made it through. But Shannon seated all these, so blame it on Shannon.
I didn't know what was going on with the seating. It was kind of difficult to do.
It could have been up against damn. The vote is the vote.
Okay. Is it? Is that how your country has played things recently?
Wow.
Okay, this has been great. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. We'll be back next week. Without me and Chappell, we get kicked off.
Your guest. What do you mean you get kicked off? Your guest on the whatever.
Sam says we got to move on.
I can't imagine why. I don't know about that. Oh, after the third round? Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that wins. I loved my ass, but my ass ain't making it here.
I mean, my ass.
I don't know
It's
about
the pause.
that.
I mean,
It is going to be very, very tough to knock off. I don't know about that.
I don't know
What's
about
the point
that
in
as
a
the one.
bracket? This was the clear top seed, and it'll probably win.
That's
what was
how
the
they
point
be.
in what was
Sometimes there be upsets.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it
That's
goes.
the thing. You'll forget all about the fact that Crystal went out in that last round because
I will not. I'll never
that
forget.
quote was never going to win for me. So
I wasn't gonna win, but it could have gone further.
yeah, there's only one winner, Shannon. You know this.
This is a matchup and a half, and I'm stressed about it. I don't even like the Boston Red Sox versus stick to the plan. I'm torn. Like I feel really cut in half.
I love both these quotes so much, but one of them's going to win against the other for me, and I already know which one for me. I already have my vote.
Tell me why. No, tell me seriously.
I say we stick to the plan.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I lean Russell. I don't even
Okay.
like.
You want to hear both, Chappell?
Yeah, let me hear them both. I just like how you said little bee hat.
What the hell is this little bee hat? I don't even like the Boston Red Sox. It's the Houston Astros, baby.
He's an Astros, baby. Look, as an Astros fan, it's really hard for me to vote against this one. But also, I love voting against Russell Hands.
Let me play the Keith one for you one time.
Yeah.
Idols are everywhere. Idols are everywhere. I say stick to the plan.
The music dropped as well.
You know, at this point, that's all I can say.
Wow, John, stick to the plan.
It's the way he was so pleased with himself. Like, I got y'all. Y'all weren't ready for that one. Stick to the plan. It is.
It's very, very funny. Well, I don't want to lose Russell there. I think that's more quotable. But I will say it's very, very funny next that Keith just like he was part of this plan, and then Reed was acting so well that Keith was like, "Wait, no, now you're going."
Wait, what's going on? I didn't realize you were doing this. What's happening?
Wait, are we in the third round, or this is still the second? This is very tough too. Lord, I mean Jeff, and I Can Get Loud too. I think I want to go with Lord, I mean Jeff.
Not that tough.
Yeah,
Really?
it's not. I very similar to last one. I really like both, but I know which one I'm picking.
Which one?
Let's play them both one more time.
Talking to I don't know who, if you're talking to God.
I'm talking to God, Lord. I mean Jeff.
Call
You
Jeff
know what?
Lord.
I can get loud too. What the f? I can get loud too. I don't want to.
Sandra me, baby.
Yeah,
It's
Sandra me.
Really?
Sandra
Lord,
me.
Jeff Lord.
Submit.
Wow, I'm getting nothing that I want.
No, he called Lord Jeff.
He called Lord Jeff.
No, he was talking to Jeff. He said, "I'm talking." What he meant to say was, "I'm talking to God, Jeff," and he said, "I'm talking to God, Lord."
Depends how you look at it. It's a glass half full, glass half empty type thing.
Incredibly objective.
The vote is the vote. Submit, Sam.
The Keith is mad. The chat is mad.
Dang, Shannon, have you won any of these tiebreakers?
No, I'm not.
It's almost like you should have been talking shit.
Oh, did you guys come in with like an alliance here? Is that like
we didn't come in with nothing?
No.
I got voted out a few times. You threw that in my face. I'm just reminding you that you get voted out too. I mean, outvoted too.
We get you. Go
Russell.
home. Goodbye. Okay. No, seriously, go home. Goodbye. What round are we on? Sam's trying to move this along so quickly. I don't even know where
This is the last one of this round.
Okay,
It's the last. Yeah, we have one more
So we've
after
got-
this before the final.
I'm against you, Russell, and you F with me, you're dead.
How did this one make it this far?
Which one, Abby Maria?
There's at least 3 quotes from this round that would have beat both of these for me that we just had to eliminate.
Wow. Well, that's
Every
how
other
bracket
matchup
works.
was easy.
How
Sorry,
bracket-
hard but easy.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, look, it's because the seeding was incredibly random and vague.
Yeah.
To be honest, and that's someone's fault. We don't need to name who it is. I'm going with Sandra here.
Pooya, what you
Chat wants
thinking?
Sandra.
No, Chappell, what you thinking, Chappell?
Wow. Make a decision.
Okay, let me hear them both again one more time. That's what I need.
I'm against you, Russell.
Ugh, so like the energy is so different
I'm
to
against
what
you, Russell.
Abby Maria does after this.
I am your friend. Me too. But if you don't want your dad, seriously, you are done.
Done.
You are
It
done.
is funny that he says you're my friend before. I'm your friend. But if you ever
But
meet me,
also,
it's like, oh,
yeah,
like,
but also, yeah.
You are my friend, right? 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 We okay?
There's better Sandra quotes than that, though.
Yeah, and they're all still in the bracket.
It's very Sandra heavy right now.
Good. As it should
But if you F with me, you're dead. You're done. Yeah,
You're
Abby
dead.
Maria.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
gosh,
going Abby too.
You guys do this on purpose now.
Submit.
You don't even have an
The
opinion.
vote is the
Chappell.
vote.
Your
Submit.
opinion is literally just the opposite of me.
Submit.
It's actually crazy how much I
Submit.
influence you, but the opposite.
Submit. I have not mentioned you. I have not mentioned you. You mentioned
Yeah,
you.
that's pretty obvious.
Submit.
Pretty obvious how you feel. Your
Submit.
feelings are just.
I love how
against
you're
me.
making this about you when it's really about Abby Maria and her amazing quote.
Final four. Is this?
I'm sorry. Come on, Sandra. Come.
I don't know about
Sandra.
that.
Let's do it. Let's go, Sandra. That's my vote.
This is such an obvious one that this is the GIF I use for like the submission tweet.
Yeah, for everything.
Like, don't even bother
I don't
submitting
know
it.
about that.
Which is really sad. What's the point of a bracket? We're just gonna get the thing we all.
How
knew
about
would
we
be
stick to
for.
the plan?
Really?
R.I.P. Keith. Yeah, I tell you, I love that quote. It's so good. But I like both, so I win either way. I get both. So
Yeah, I feel like that's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
What I mean, Jeff. Some bad decisions were made.
Yeah, it sounds like you should have voted correctly.
Oh,
this one is easy for me now.
I don't think I wanted either of these to win, so I'm feeling like
Sandra, I can get loud too. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll take Sandra, but like I don't. I
Play it
think,
again because I like when she throws it back the second time. Like she's like, did you hear me?
I can get loud too. What the f? I can get loud too. I don't want to.
Fair play in the background. They're just like leave the wave.
I'm just like being like, whoa, I did not realize what I signed up for. I canceled subscription. I don't want this.
She really thought she played. She played. Oh my god, yeah. Johnny Fairplay thought he thought and found out. F around and found out.
Make it unanimous. Make it unanimous.
Yeah.
And then what is this, the final? And it
It's a
should be as
Sandra
nature
final.
intended. Sandra versus Sandra.
Sandra. I think I'm rooting for Sandra on this one. I don't know, y'all.
Yeah, I really want Sandra to win.
I'm torn. On one hand, Sandra's really good, but on the other hand, Sandra's killing it.
Yeah.
This is right. Like it had to be. We had a lot. I think we had 6 Sandra quotes. Mike was like, either take out 2 to make it 4 or put in 2 to make it 8. And again, I didn't listen. I didn't listen to a lot of suggestions that people were giving. I opened it up for commentary and then I closed it down.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I mean, surely that's gonna be it. It's been like we've all agreed on it.
I don't know about that.
We've all agreed on it every time. Until now, I guess. It's the top seed for a reason. Don't do an upset for the sake of it.
I don't know about that.
Play it again, Pooya. Play it again.
Play it again.
Play it again. Play it again.
You know what? I can get loud too. What the f? I can get loud too. I don't want to.
I can get loud too.
Play the other one.
I don't have the other one.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
We
That's
went through
crazy.
this. I couldn't find it.
You don't need it because this is like
We
the
don't
most-
need it because we're saying it. You know, it's that good.
so obvious, and also it's literally her win. It's like it's Sandra's. It's not. It's how
She
she
won
wins
both of
heroes
them.
versus villains.
Yeah, she
But
won both.
Yeah, but yes. But I can get loud too. Is not about the win. That's just one random fight with fair play. I don't know about that. Is her whole.
So Chappell,
winning
you're
strategy.
picking. I can get loud too. Is what
Because
you're
he
picking.
just wants what I
Okay,
don't want.
so
Literally.
I am the decider here.
Oh,
You
wow.
are.
But Pooya, I'm not going to try to influence.
No,
you
here's
because
the
I know
thing,
that
Shannon. My
everyone
mind's
will
already
do it.
made up. I'm just trying to do a grand reveal. My mind's already made up. I've already made my decision. In a world where there's one-liners, no, I'm kidding. Here's the thing. These are both great one-liners. They're both very quotable. They're both a good time. You can get away with both in a public setting with people who don't know what this show is, and you can get away with both easy. To go back to the first joke made on this podcast with Chappell saying GIF and not GIF. The I don't know about that GIF has way more longevity for me than the I can get loud 2-1. And I don't know about that. It just hits. You say it with that cadence every time too. It's I don't know about that for me. It's easy.
I
That's
got what I
fair.
wanted. The top seed, the
I
one we
mean-
all knew would win, won the bracket.
Yeah,
I
it
won,
was.
but it was
That's why it's the top seed. It was always
right.
going
But
to
then what's
win.
the point of a bracket?
Well, you voted for it, so
It's
don't
the
talk to me.
journey. It's all about the fun. It's about the
inevitable.
upsets.
It's only inevitable when you vote
Yeah.
for it. I,
You
did.
find
I
new
was down.
favorites.
I was down with making the bracket mean something. You were down with just picking the number one pick on the board. So That it is what it is. But no one's mad about this.
This
It's
is gonna
Sandra.
be
She
Shannon.
deserves
This is gonna be Shannon after she goes about the rest of her day after doing this for the last 2 hours.
It's getting the best of me.
It's getting the best of me.
Oh, that music hits. Should we watch
That
Shrek?
man. We should watch Shrek.
Maybe.
Shrek quotes.
Oh,
and in the morning, I'm making
them?
waffles.
Wow. So yeah, Sandra win and a Sandra
Everybody love parfaits. You ever
What's
ask
the
somebody
number
want a
one
parfait? They
Shrek
say, hell
quote?
no,
Is
I
that
want no
it?
parfaits. Parfaits is delicious. I'm sorry.
The,
I thought we were doing
the number
Shrek quotes.
one Shrek quote is donkey.
No, it's
Yes.
parfaits is delicious. You ask somebody who wants a parfait, nobody said, hell no, I want no parfaits. Parfaits is delicious. That is my quote.
That wouldn't even be in the second round of a Shrek.
That don't matter. It's so good. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
That one would be. That one would be. I do think
Pick number 3, my lord.
This was really. Was this fun?
Ain't me.
I had fun.
Mike White boy.
buttons.
Is it
Yeah.
fun? It's another one I think about. It's not a quote that exists.
Do you
but it's
like
something-
me at all? Is the number one Jeff quote? Not even on the show.
We should do a Jeff bracket.
We should
Do
do
you
a
like
Jeff
me?
bracket.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
on the show. Should we do it? Should we just do
He says,
like
Survivor Man informs me. Survivor Man keeps me level. He informs me. That's when I love when Jeff is talking about Survivor Man. Yeah, we got
can
to
head
the
to-
Jeff quotes.
We can head back into the lab after people check this out. Let us know what they thought. Do they want more? Are they like, y'all need to stop podcasting? We'll find out. And then we'll go to the lab and figure out the next bracket. It'll be a good time.
Look, every time I podcast, at least one person tells me to stop podcasting. So I'm sure we'll get one, but then we'll see what the majority think, right?
Majority rules. This is in the bracket.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
still podcasting, I think.
Listen, Sandra won. We all win when Sandra wins. I'm sorry. This is perfect. Sandra is
Sandra
the quote
won, but she
machine of
also did
Survivor.
lose many
She
times.
also lost.
she lost
She
to
lost in the
Sandra.
final
Lost
2,
5
and then
times.
she also won in the final 2.
Yeah, so it's hot.
Again, a Sandra versus Sandra finale is perfect to me. This is a perfect character of television. She didn't get the people. She was so under edited her first win that it only makes sense for us, 40 some odd seasons later to still be talking about her. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I think it does feel right. We went to some crazy places. We went to Shrek. We went to Titanic. We went to Boston Rob. If Rob was here, he would do the Titanic song, but in the Boston Rob like accent. The impression. Can someone try the
which
Titanic
one are you
theme?
doing? The Titanic?
Every night in my dream would sing it, but as Boston
I can't do
Rob.
it. I can't do a Boston
Shannon,
accent.
When are you podcasting with him next?
Next week.
You make him do it on that opening to open the podcast.
Back and remind me.
Please.
Is it there like near, far, wherever you are?
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
I didn't even like Boston Rob on the Titanic.
I don't even
Boston Rob chance.
I don't like that little. I don't even like that little bee hat. I need to go.
Iceberg.
I need somebody to go restage that moment and have Russell look into the camera and just like, I don't even like that little bee hat he wears. Little bee hat.
Tiny little. Rob and Russell on the Titanic is a recreation we can and should do.
Yeah,
They're
and
Jack
then
and
Robin
Rose.
Russell as Shrek and Donkey as well. Onions have layers.
I have so
Donkeys
many
have
podcast
layers.
ideas.
Ogres
This
have
was
layers.
almost like an ideas podcast.
Do
Okay,
you
next
know the
week.
Muffin
I'm saying that
Man?
I should be announcing what's happening next week. So fun to host. Next week we're drafting, right? So that'll be fun.
Oh, is that us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this replaced that.
No.
I don't. I was today years old. I thought,
What's happening next week on Summer of Survivor?
Oh no, I'll
That's
talk
what
about that too.
drafting.
But before that, no.
wait, pause.
No.
That's not the draft.
No. Why don't you read your emails?
What?
Yeah, as well.
Why would I do that?
No,
We.
Shannon, we're talking about this podcast. Nothing
I know,
else.
but Sam told me to announce both. He
Okay.
says announce what we're doing. Okay, whatever. I'm the host. On Summer of Survivor, Rob is back, and we'll probably do a new era think tank. Rob's been away. We haven't been able to hugely talk. We'll probably do that. Well, so glad that you'll be tuning in, Chappell. So glad you're so excited about the new.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look. Look, I'm happy to have Rob back, but Shannon, you really are really good at the wheel of this thing. I'm very happy that you let me come on to podcast with you. So yeah, I'm a little whelmed that Rob is coming back. I'll say that, but you do a good job.
Thank you. Stop disarming me. It's annoying. Anyway, so we're doing probably the new era think tank, but look out for submission requests. And then, but also the day before that, we are drafting. We're doing a patron draft for the patrons, and we're doing most likely to return on season 50, and everyone's an option.
So I'll
The
be real
draft
with
is
you, Shannon. I was like, I don't know if we're supposed to say that. That's why I kept trying to veer you off of it.
No, it's fine.
But
Why
yeah,
not?
that was my bad.
Wait,
Will we not be announcing
wait,
content?
are we? But I thought we were drafting something. We're not drafting nothing.
We are drafting.
Yeah, the drafters are.
drafters
Yeah, we're getting back
are
together.
not
The band's
Asia.
coming back together.
She's just busy.
For
Asia's
the
got
for
work.
the patrons.
For the
It's
patrons.
gonna be a
the
patron-only
drafters-
podcast. Yes.
Yes. So sign up.
Oh,
for your
okay. I
patrons,
thought the
IGP.
patrons were drafted. I'm so look,
We
No.
are drafting for. Read your emails. We are drafting for the patrons next week on Tuesday night EP. I assume it's live. Sam, is it live?
You know, maybe.
It's us and Robin Taryn. Is
Yeah,
Liana also
Liana
live?
is also busy.
She's on
Damn.
really busy.
Damn.
She is
How
busy.
did that happen?
They botched it.
Gelman!
So
Thank God.
next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, we're doing a draft for the patrons only
Live.
to watch live at 7 p.m. Eastern. There are 700 something players to choose from. The drafters can choose whoever they want that's going to appear on season 50, and we'll see when that's revealed. We'll figure out the rounds and stuff like that.
Pause. So on this draft, it's Shannon, Pooya, me, and Taryn. That's it?
And Rob.
And Rob.
Oh, okay. Oh, boo. See, I didn't know Dad was coming. I thought this was about to get wild.
He's the reigning champion, Chappell. He's the reigning champ.
But imagine how funny it would be if he wasn't there. He's gonna be reeling us in worse than Sam was.
Imagine
So
if it wasn't
that's
there.
next Tuesday for patrons only, but exciting.
Okay.
It'll be
Become a
great.
patron. Yeah. And but Sam, come back, announce the rest. And then next week on Summer
Right.
Survival, we're going to do a new era think tank. Okay. Great. What are you guys
'Kay.
got going on? Chappelle, tell the people what's happening with you.
Ooh, you can find me here on RHAP talking about Below Deck because Rob hasn't fired me yet. And so me and Sasha are still talking about Below Deck every week. We've been going live, but recently we've been recording the episodes, pre-recording them, and they're dropping on YouTube every week. So this one's going to drop on Thursday. But yeah, stay tuned to more Below Deck coverage on the Below Deck RHAP feed as well. Make sure you subscribe to that. You can catch me talking about Netflix shows. Rob took a week off, so Jason Reed and I talked about Hitman. That was the #1 movie on Netflix at the time. It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a good watch.
It was fun. It was not what I expected, but it was still fun.
And it was based on a true story. So, that's always fun. So check that out on Nothing But Netflix. And then Jenny and I have been talking about The GOAT. And as of tomorrow, we will have a crowned winner of The GOAT to talk to. And there will be extra interviews that I'm doing with The GOAT and the entire Final Four. Check that out on the Hit or Quit podcast feed. And over on Recap Kickback, my podcast, we're talking about House of the Dragon. It's me, it's Mari. She's Maester Mari with the book receipts. She knows all the books inside and out. And I am just trying to keep up with everybody's names. Is it Eric? Is it Eric? Let's find out. Check that out on House of the Dragon Recap Kickback coverage. And then catch me every week talking about other things as well. Bryce Isaiah is coming on this week as my special guest in honor of Pride Month. And to close out Pride Month correctly, we had to bring in the Purple Pants Badass himself. So check that out as well. And then follow me on all social media platforms at Recap Kickback.
Pooya, what about you?
I can be found on Twitter at Pooyaism, on twitch.tv/Pooya. As far as podcasting goes, just want to say up front here, next week on Monday at 8 p.m., we're going to be playing some Big Brother Family Feud. I believe Taryn's going to be back hosting that, similar to what just happened with the Big Brother Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I will be partaking. Can't wait to school everybody, but tune in for Monday for that. Yeah, I'll try. Bring honor to the drafters and some extra to make up for Shannon's lack of. But it's going to be great. It's going to be great. The drafters always, forever. That's my squad. 90 Day Fiance, MILF Manor. You can check those two podcasts out on the 90 Day feed. And actually, Shannon, you and me will be talking about Traders New Zealand very soon. Season 2 is coming in 5 days, and we'll be there.
That released
we'll talk all about it.
And I thought we should plug that, and I forgot. So thank you.
Well, I got your back always, Shannon.
Forgot it. Go home.
Pooya,
we roast each other, but we have a good time.
Pooya, don't forget to plug our good old MILFs.
I did. I already said MILF Manor, Chappelle. Where were you?
You have to gas it up.
You want more detail? You want to find out some of Chappelle's
hold on, pause. Don't do it like that.
Check it out.
Let me tell you something. Pooya, Jenny, and I have been talking about the MILFs, and we rarely talk about the show, y'all. We get really intimate about our lives. It is disgusting, and it is very personal, and Rob was supposed to be there, and he lied to us and led us astray, and now that podcast is going off the rails, but it is so much fun. Check out
he
MILF
left
Manor
us the
coverage
keys,
on the
and we're driving it wherever we want. It's been wild.
off the cliff.
Yeah. Also, Chappelle and I, obviously this is a little too early for a plug, but Bel Air season 3 is coming this summer, and we will be talking about it when it comes out. Finally,
on recapkickback.com. Yep. So check that out. YouTube.com/@recapkickback. Go ahead and subscribe so you can get me and Pooya talking about Bel Air. It's gonna be so much fun.
You guys are so busy. I'm glad that you can make time for this little.
We'll always make time for you, Shannon. Always.
Thank you. I'm glad that Mike and Rob went away so we could hang out.
If they were here, we would have said no.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also wouldn't have been invited because we would have just had probably the three of us.
That's rude to say.
Fair.
That's rude.
But also fair.
But true. Well, this has been really fun. We went to some places. We went to places, but we wound up at the same destination.
Yeah.
We would have. But it was about the journey. That's what brackets are about. The journey. And I've learned that now because I did a bracket in bracket season. I should close it up. I'm the host. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to the chat as always. Thank you to Josh Green for coming on the podcast. Sam, trying to keep us in check, trying to drive the ship, but the ship is the Titanic. Boston Rob is on it, and so that was the issue. And thank you both, Chappell and Pooya. Sorry for the things, all of it. Yeah, he's a Jew. He can't eat the ham. Try saying that. Try work it in. If you're listening to this in the next week, try say it to someone in a way that feels natural.
He can't eat the day.
All right. Forget you all. Go home. Goodbye. Thanks, everyone.